All right, here we go. Thursday night episode of Who You Got. It's a great night. We got Ryan, we got Jimmy, and we got
Yo.
Miami Hurricanes 4th and 2 live. Yes, to those of you who hate us on YouTube, we'll all be looking off screen because we're watching the game. Deal with it. So we got live Canes. I think we're all betting on the Canes. They're lining up for 4th and 2 right now. Jimmy, another coach going for it on 4th down. Your thoughts? And you might get ahead, so let's see what happens. Move the chains.
Yes, we are all
He
on the
was so
Canes.
smooth with that, like, and win.
We're all on the Canes -3. So let's go.
I got 3 units on this, Greg, as you advised. So let's see.
Well, let's start
almost $10.
Let's start right here real quick as we kind of came on air with this 4th down. Too aggressive right off the bat, Jimmy, or great call by the crystal ball?
They were just over midfield, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their defense just had a great stand on opening drive. Trust his defense. They're getting after the quarterback extremely well, right? We talked about that with Ohio State. The word on the street was Ohio State had too many weapons down the field for Miami to cover. Miami said, won't matter. We're just going to go ahead and get after Julian Sayin the whole time. Looked pretty good. I don't hate it this go because Miami's not scoring a ton of points, so they need to get on the board here.
I'll do credit too. Their O-line, I don't know how big those 3 guys are that just pulled him across the line, but one of them in particular grabbed him, but they had to be 350 if I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So they got the lineup to do it.
I agree. I think that's the right call. I disagree with Jimmy's take on not scoring a lot of points. I think they can put up points against this team. This Ole Miss D isn't something special. And I think that's why you go for it, because this Miami defense could be one of the best we've seen in a long time. And what's kind of funny is tomorrow night we're going to see another one because Indiana's defense is very solid too, and maybe as if not more physical than this Miami defense. So we'll get into that.
I agree with you. I just don't think they're the way. I don't know. I was high on Carson Beck at the beginning of the year. I still think he's a solid quarterback. Trust him in the big moment. But the other thing with going there is they weren't in field goal range, so they didn't give up points. They went for it instead of punting, and they were over midfield. So I really like it in that spot. If they were in field goal range, I say take the points this early in the game. Don't go for it.
That's a good call. All right. We'll start like we always do, right with the fighting world. Jimmy, is there anything we need to know about the UFC as we approach this huge card?
As of right now, no. We'll have a full breakdown. We could do it at the beginning of the week, but my thought was we'd probably do that for the Thursday show. But we'll have a full breakdown of the card. We'll tell you we're going to have a few plays on it. We're not going to bet everything on the main card, but we'll break them all down. I
promise you that's not true, but keep going.
Yeah, we're going to bet
Mr. Sharp. Way to represent.
Yeah. Hey, look, UFC is the one sport for sure that since we've started this podcast, we're up on. So I'm going to continue to pick our spots for the plays we give out. We may end up betting more, but the ones we give out,
hold on, that's not 100% true. We are, as a podcast,
me personally.
Yeah, you crush UFC, but as a podcast, and let's be honest, it's me. The future bets, we have made some money in futures this year.
We've done well with futures.
I'll tell a story. Unfortunately, we didn't get this out on the show, and I don't think I've told Ryan yet, but I made Jimmy feel like, I don't know, it was an emergency in case of emergency contact me. So he called me immediately. He's like, "What's up? What do you need?" And I was like, "Well, I need to check a player prop in Jersey because I can't pay in New York." And I had him put a bet on Gobert to win Defensive Player of the Year. It was at 12-1. I got it at 9-1, and it's down to 3-1 at a lot of spots now. So this is moving in the right direction, Jimmy, like I thought it was. And Ryan, that was only about 48 hours ago. So we got into
Mr. Sharp. Congratulations.
So
I hope it wins.
I don't need it to win. I'm going to cash it when it gets to a good profit. That was the point of doing it.
And I would do that too, because I think that because it's a voting award, I think writers are sick of Rudy Gobert because he shrinks in big moments and he gets cooked by Jokic every chance he gets. Yeah, but Greg's right; it's going in the right direction. So just wait till they offer you a cash out and move on. Yeah, it's 3-1 right now on DraftKings.
Yeah, and I got it at 9-1, correct?
Yep, you did.
Is there any current cash out right now, Jimmy?
Let me see. While we're chatting, I'll log in.
Look at that. All right, so no UFC news. I do have. There's a take on a sports radio show that I want to hear your thoughts, and certainly Ryan's, even though it's not traditional wrestling, it's a WWE take. But they were talking about the best athletes of our time, and this host is around our age. And he threw out there like, hey, why don't we ever put these WWE stars of the late 90s, early 2000s, even now, in this category because of how athletic they are? Do you agree with that take, Ryan? And I'll give you the names he threw out there. And when he said it and I took a pause and thought about it, I was like, well, I grew up with them. So when you say it, it's like, holy shit, you might be right. They threw out Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker.
By the way, no cash out.
Okay.
I mean, it's difficult, right? Because there's not that many people that want to do WWE stuff. There's a lot of fanny type people, but if you're talking about true athletes, like people like the guys you're talking about, you know, NFL, NBA, those type of caliber athletes, I mean, how many of them really want to go on the road 200 days a year and beat the ever-loving shit out of their body? It's so physical. I know it's quote-unquote fake, but it's actually more physical than real wrestling, believe it or not. There's way more damage. There's way more impact, way more twists, turns, stupid shit with, you know, cages and jumping off things. And I mean, it's a very dangerous sport. So most of those people played some sort of like semi-pro, like college sport.
Yeah, Undertaker was a college basketball player.
I know. Yeah, Mark, I can't remember his last name, Mark something. But a bunch of them were, you know, and a bunch of them were pretty boys and steroid guys too. But at the same point, I don't know, they're very impressive athletes.
Yeah.
Can I have a take on this one?
Yeah, of course.
So this is what I think the ones that were true. I think the Brock Lesnar's you could like make an argument for. He fought really in the UFC. He was a great college wrestler. Some of the other ones I don't think you put on the hood because that's exactly where they landed. Like the Rock, right? He was college. He wasn't great enough to make it in the pros. But athletic enough to be a wrestler. I think there's a combo of the two. They're obviously really good athletes, but are they the greatest? I think that might be a stretch.
They're up there for what they're willing to do, though. Like that's the thing.
Like entertainment value. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but the will to be able to do that. Like it's like no disrespect to NFL people, but they're playing 16 games, right? That's how many days of practice and whatever. Maybe it's a lot, but it ain't 200 full-on matches in front of people hitting things for 15 to 20 minutes. Like that's a lot of physical wear and tear and stress.
They play 17. Yep. That's fine. Now you know what I'm
saying. I'm sorry. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Here as the host. Now here's my take. I thought about it, and I was really kind of where Jimmy was at first. Like, they're great athletes that just couldn't go pro in one of the traditional sports, and they found this as a second career. But I thought about it more and more, and I'm like, freaking Undertaker is what 6'10", 300 pounds. He's walking the top rope like it's a tightrope. He's basically making it look like he's beating the ever-loving shit out of someone like he killed him, and he's barely hurting the guy. I mean, that takes some body control and athletic ability to do that. And then Shawn Michaels, who's a littler guy, he's flying all over the ring. Like, it's unbelievable.
But you say littler. He's like 225. Yeah, he's not some tiny guy.
He's like 5. I don't think he's 6 feet.
But regardless, he's not. I just want everybody to be clear. He's not 140 pounds. This is a pretty large average person.
But he's
and then you get people like Andre years ago, right? And obviously he had problems. And you get Big John Studd and those kind of behemoths, right? The guy Earthquake was a fantastic college football player, apparently. Yep. And I don't know what happened, but he couldn't play in the NFL. I can't remember his name, but he was Canadian. But regardless, watch him take maybe it's 500 pounds, literally landing on somebody with his ass and not hurting them. Slamming chest first while coordinating impacts and bouncing off ropes and making it look impressive. That is not easy to do.
Right.
The timing of that with that much weight and strength is no good. So I don't know, man. I mean, I think they're definitely up there. I can't shit on those guys. It has nothing to do with college wrestling. I mean, it's not the same thing, but from an athletic ability, I absolutely respect it. No different than I respect someone that can shoot well or, do a ton of push-ups or whatever else it is.
Yeah, at first, like I said, I thought it was a hot take, but when I thought about it more and more, it's not a bad point. These guys should be kind of considered as top athletes.
Did you ever watch that MTV show? And I do not remember what it was called, and I think it was when it was WWF, but essentially it was about their camps. So they had
the NXT.
No, before that.
Okay.
So they had, God, I wish I could remember, but it was 20 years ago. So they would have a coach who was kind of a side wrestler guy. He had some live matches occasionally, but so you knew him, or he was old, but he taught them to bump. And you would watch these 20 recruits, kind of like a reality show, go in and take, meaning you're throwing yourself back on the mat and slapping with your hands. And the slapping of your hands, like outside, obviously you guys can't see this, but you're slapping your hands, that is keeping your shoulder blades, and you tuck your chin. And watching them take 200 bumps, you're literally running in the middle of the mat and just slamming yourself to the back while tucking your chin, doing this. And what you're doing is you're preparing for when they start actually touching you and throwing you. And every time you hit, it's like that. No different than when you punch, you slam the mat with your foot, you know?
Yeah.
There is a lot going on with that sport. It is pure entertainment, but the athleticism is not to be like
discredited.
Absolutely.
Jimmy looks very unimpressed and very aggravated by this conversation. So
I'm not. I said my piece, and now I'm just waiting to move on to the next topic. If we would like, we can get a pro wrestler who we know on the show.
I actually would like to.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll end with this. Jimmy, top 3 wrestlers from our childhood. Your thoughts?
Well, no. Do you want me to start at 3, 2, or what do you want me to do here?
So give me your 3, 2, 1.
So 3, I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna go with a tag team partner, with you mentioned the Rockers, but I prefer Marty Jannetty because he wasn't as good.
The Rockers? Get the hell out of here!
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Yeah.
Those were for a different group of people. You got problems, bro.
That's a great call. I love the
Rockers. The hell out of here!
They were that was Shawn Michaels' start. It was fantastic.
Sure. I'll tell you this.
I'm so upset with you.
Shawn Michaels had a great career, and I went in and out watching it as a kid and an adult. But
sure.
I think everyone from Club 81 who watched wrestling remembers the barbershop where Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty through the glass window. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm with Jimmy on the Rockers. Go ahead.
The Rockers are number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm going to go the classic, Macho Man. I mean, Macho Man, because somehow Macho Man stayed in the public eye years and years and years through Slim Jim or whatever he was doing.
I agree.
I love Macho Man. And number 1, and it's not even close, is obviously the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, what? Such a good call.
You idiots. The 81
all right, Ryan, give it,
fuckers.
Right. Ryan, a little bit older than us. Go ahead, give us yours.
You guys are absolutely nuts. You're so off with this shit.
I haven't given you mine, but go ahead.
When yeah, but you've complimented him. When WWF was like started to become big time, and I'm gonna go starting number 1. There's no way, and I know Andre was never slammed by anyone else and all this stuff, but it was all bullshit. He was the greatest ever. Andre the Giant. That guy was huge.
He was huge, that's for sure. He wasn't the
huge. He controlled. He also was a fucking asshole, apparently, with the biggest heart you ever had. So if you fucked with him or he didn't like you or you hit him too hard or whatever he did, he would hurt you. Like, he would physically hurt you. And if not, he had the most delicate control to make sure that you weren't hurt. He would buy you drinks. And the guy suffered through, like, again, 220 nights a year, literally on planes he couldn't fit on. He couldn't pee on planes because they didn't have bathrooms big enough. And the guy's drinking 12 bottles of champagne prior to a match. The guy was in pain. I love that man. The amount of times I saw him.
I've got a couple follow-ups for you here.
Hold on. The amount of times I saw him perform was unbelievable. Thank you. Go.
The question was, who was your favorite as a kid? Was I supposed to root for Andre the Giant because he was like not fitting on planes and like drinking champagne when I was 7? Was I supposed to be like,
his dedication
Andre?
And unbelievable athleticism.
Number 2, if you were going to pick Andre the Giant, which you're wrong about being number 1, but if you're going to pick him, who I do also like, the number 1 reason is because he was in The Princess Bride. Move on.
I mean, that's cool. I'll take that reason too.
I can't wait to hear who number 2 is.
I don't know, man. I don't even give a shit about anybody else. Honestly, like, they were all good, like Hulk Hogan, Brutus Beefcake, Jimmy Snuka. I loved all those guys because I was watching it between like 83 and 86 Saturday morning for a couple of hours. It was awesome. And it was all free.
Hey,
I just love your logic. Ryan, just to point out, you hate our top 3. You say we're completely wrong, but you only have a top 1.
No, I have like 7 others. I don't want to waste time. You look uninterested in my response, so I don't want to fucking argue anymore.
Good news. I'm here with the right answer for everybody who's listening.
God, Jimmy, wait, we agree on this, Jimmy. Thank God Greg's here with the right answer.
Thank God.
Jesus.
Tell us how things are. Tell us about the world of wrestling. Hey, Greg listened to a radio show talk about wrestling, and now he's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah. Look, I watch a lot of it. I watch a lot of the biographies on these guys too.
Bring it on.
Jimmy was a great call with the Ultimate Warrior. The reason I can't put him in my top 3 is because he was a flash in the pan, but he was a great flash in the pan.
Yeah, that's true.
He died too. Isn't that the guy that
He died of a heart
was
attack.
gone?
He did die.
But he
then came back as a different person.
A lot of them died. Well, he died in real life.
No, he died.
No, that's what I.
No, that was a big rumor. He did not die.
Oh, was it? Oh.
He died later in life of a heart attack after he got inducted in the Hall of Fame. Hogan is the obvious everyone loves, but again, I'm 50-50 on the Hulkster. I think the 3 greatest of all time were, the third was the Hitman.
Okay.
Second was Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. And number 1, and there's not even a fucking debate. It's not Andre the Giant. It's not Hogan. It's the Undertaker, and it's not even fucking close.
So we've got. I'm not going to get too.
When those
much
fucking
into this,
lights go out and that fucking thing hits, oh my god, there's nothing better.
Totally agree. However, it's weird because you got to think revenue, right? You got to go through time periods because you got to go. Hogan at some point made them a shitload of money for whatever either they did to him, he performed, whatever happened, right? And there were a variety of people surrounding him that were critical to that success. Then you move on, and who knows when it was. It's Rock, then Cena. There was Steve Austin. There were a few other, like, really Undertaker. There were a few other really big. Kane. Yeah. I mean, Kane was a big player for a while.
The Undertaker's brother.
Right? No, I know, but not really. But yes. But the idea is, like, you got to think about revenue, right? And they're always tagging people. And I was listening to, who was I listening to the other day? I was on Rogan. But,
can I point out one thing while you're the whole span you just said, the Undertaker was part of the whole damn thing, but go ahead.
I agree. No disrespect. I'm not knocking him. He's fantastic, right?
The greatest.
But that revenue thing has to be a huge thing. But they also talk about the fact that in these NXT schools, right, there's, I think it's 6,000 people over a year or two, whatever it is, and something like, 5% or 3% make it into the NXT show, and then barely any of them make it into the next. So the point is, like, you've got to find these needle in a haystacks for your future because John Cena has a legit lifespan of, what is the average, 5 years, 7 years?
Well,
so
total superstars, I mean, they can span, 20 years in the WWE.
I agree, but you can never rely on that, and you've got to have them well developed in advance.
We'll end with this because Jimmy looks like he literally wants to murder us, and if you told me 6 months ago we were going to talk about the WWE for more than 8 seconds, I would have told you were nuts.
I'll keep talking about it.
Look, me too, but the problem is Vince McMahon, when he was running all this, didn't pay them enough to keep them. So people like Cena and The Rock got these movie careers because they wanted to go off and make actual real money. If they were paid what they are worth in the WWE and what they should be making, they probably would stay there 20 years like someone like The Undertaker.
Maybe, but we don't know those numbers.
Sure we do.
So I'm dead serious. I got two quick. One, because you complimented me, Greg, I totally forgot about Bret the Hitman Hart. You're absolutely. That's a great.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Great call.
And the other one, honorable mention for me, by the way, I just have to say because I loved him so much, was Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect
Kurt
was good.
Hennig.
Yeah, he talks. It's great. I love him.
Ultimate
His cells were amazing.
The way he was Ultimate Warrior was the first guy to get out of the Perfect Plex.
Perfect Plex.
The Perfect Plex. I forgot about the Perfect Plex. That's right.
I will have our friend on, who's a professional wrestler and has legit wrestled some of these people. Like, not
amazing.
the people we just named, but has wrestled legit people. We can ask him
I have so many questions for him. Ones that he's
I'd have a blast. We can do a whole show.
We can do a whole show on it.
I'm not a super geek or super knowledgeable, but I'm intense and excited.
He's legit. He's wrestled people that you know. Yeah.
You know what? I don't care. We're going to keep talking about it. It's going to be a 3-hour show tonight, boys, because I got another question because it just hit me. Jimmy, what were your top 3 WWE entrance songs?
Oh my God, I don't even know if I don't know if I remember.
All right.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't. Yeah.
To me, I still think Undertaker when that lights go out like
number 1. Amazing. When the fire goes off, the lights go out. That shit is.
When I was a kid, Hogan's "When I Heard When It Comes Crashing Down, It Hurts Inside," I would go bananas. It was the.
I gotta tell you, real American.
I loved, and if you don't remember it, go listen to it. I loved Mr. Perfect's theme song, and I loved the Macho Man.
Yeah, I don't remember any of them.
I don't remember those two.
Jeez. Am I allowed to, or is it just like, am I hitting copyright laws, Jimmy, if I play it off my phone?
It might be interesting. I still do refer. I still do refer to Budweiser's as Steve Weisers to this day.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he was great, man.
Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, we try to load up Mr. Perfect's theme song. Jimmy, the PGA Tour, if you didn't see this yet, needs a CEO. CEO's out.
I did not see that.
No shit. Jay, what's his face?
Yep. No, he's been out for a while. This is
Which one?
Jimmy, look up the CEO, please, while I do this.
Mm.
All right, Mr. Perfect, boys. Remember this?
Oh yeah. With the hat. Yeah. Totally remember.
And the fact that you don't remember Macho Man, Jimmy, is crazy because it's probably the most.
I don't either.
When I play it, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, what am I doing with my life?" It was probably the most recognizable one. What's so special about? Hey, look, we got to listen to a Domino's commercial.
That was good.
So let me get the Domino's commercial out of there so YouTube doesn't, yeah, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, sorry, boys, this show's not going on air."
Yeah.
Who was the CEO, Jimmy, that just got?
CEO of the PGA, was it Brian Rolap?
Yes, Brian who?
Rolap. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it says CEO of PGA Tour is Brian Rolap, who took over operations in mid 2025, so not very long. Yeah. Currently searching for a new CEO after Derek Sprague stepped down.
Yeah,
Sprague. Jay Monahan
was the one before Sprague. So my question is, do we just give John Daly the job now?
That'd be great.
Give it to him. That would be great. Six, 7? Like, what?
I'm not saying it was the greatest. I'm just saying I don't know how you don't know Macho Man's.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it.
Oh, we got targeting maybe in the college football game here.
I was the guy that was watching that Saturday morning cartoon. That was the shit.
All right, look. The other thing more boring.
Oh my god! Come on, man. That is not targeting. Get the fuck out of here.
100% targeting. Now, we bored the audience for 22 minutes, so we're going to apologize. And we're going to move on to some topics that everybody wants to hear about. And I promise you, WWE will not be in the shorts unless I can hashtag it with something that I know will get me views. Then it will be. Jimmy, your Mets looking like they're making a play for Tucker. Do you like that? Do you like spending money there?
Yeah, I mean, the news is that he wants 10 years. The Mets aren't going to give it to him, so they might try to go in with a shorter deal with a really high annual value.
How old? Sir, you got your phone right in front of you. I see it. How old is Tucker? I thought Tucker was almost 30.
I don't know, but that's all the news I've heard is that Tucker wants a long deal, but hold on, let's see.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Kyle Tucker's 28. So yeah, all right, 8 to 10 years might be fair. He's in the prime.
So what they're saying is the Mets might try to go at him with a really high average annual on a shorter contract. I mean, I don't know if he's going to go for it. To me, I'd like to listen to more of the financials behind it because I get it. They want security into their old age, but if you're going to make more in the short term anyway, like if it's going to be the same money or close to the same money in a condensed period of time, like, if it's close to the same money, take it because then and just bet on yourself being good later in life.
Now, do you think if you get a Kyle Tucker, all right, maybe that kind of offsets Alonso? Or are you, as a Met fan, are you still like, God damn it, I'm pissed that Alonso's an Oriole?
Well, I'll be pissed that he's an Oriole no matter what because he was a homegrown guy who actually wanted to be here, and they should have kept him. And I mean, the theory is Tucker's going to help shore up the outfield. Well, Pete Alonso plays first base, so we could have had them both. I don't understand what the problem is, right? They've got the money, they got the deep pockets. I think it's a bad move to let a guy, a fan favorite who's homegrown and performing. Like, so I'll never be okay that they let Alonso go because he checks all the boxes. Like, you hope when you draft somebody that you've got to pay them one day.
Right. Yeah, I kind of agree with that take. Ryan, anything baseball world or I know you're in Maryland, so are the headlines about Alonso? Are people happy he's on the team, or does no one give a shit?
I have not thought about it, honestly, and I haven't seen any headlines pop across, and none of my screenshots have, anything to do with that, so.
All right.
Sorry, off season.
Malachi Tony is fucking really good at football, by the way.
Who is?
Malachi Tony.
Yeah, no, he is. Red Sox update from me, of course, is it looks like we're finally, and Jimmy, I know you were looking into this. It looks like the Red Sox are making a nice play for Bregman, and that's fine. But if you're not gonna somehow figure out a way to put Bregman and Bo Bichette on the same team, does it matter? I'd rather have Bo Bichette.
Did they lose anybody in this offseason? Did they lose any key players? Because I haven't kept up with the Red Sox.
I mean, they lost a few, but they didn't really have many.
I know, and that's my point. They were good without him. I think they're going to be good again, and I don't know. I think if you add Bregman and you don't get Bo Bichette, you're still going to. I think the Red Sox are going to be right there next year.
Again, Bregman was good last year. It wasn't that he wasn't good. It's just I don't think he can do it alone. Now,
no, I agree.
I still say getting rid of Devers seems like it was a good move because it seems like the guy was a prick. So I just think you need pieces around Bregman, especially because, look, Bregman's getting a little bit older. I think that's no secret.
A little long in the tooth, yeah.
I think Bo Bichette.
long in the tooth? Jesus.
Long in the tooth.
Holy crap.
Sorry.
It's a thing people say.
Is it? Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else baseball related, Jimmy, that we got to keep an eye on, or is that kind of
it's the off season.
Oh, man. Should have went Eric Carlson on the Penguins to score the first goal tonight. I did not. I went Rust for the icebreaker promo at DraftKings, so that was a big loser. Well, not a big loser. It was $5. But hey, what are you going to do? All right, speaking of hockey, Avs have lost a couple, but, I mean, they're still a pretty huge favorite here. Should we be concerned that the Avs have lost a couple, or is that just how it goes when you've only lost 2 games in regulation so far, Jimmy? Coming into this week, it's now 4, but.
I mean, this is professional sports, especially sport like hockey that you always talk about how anybody can win on a given night. The fact that they won that many in a row is amazing. I would never be worried about a hockey team dropping a couple, especially at this point in the year.
What I think is funny is they lost 2 in a row, Ryan, and their odds went down. Last time we talked, they were plus 350 to win the cup. They're now down to plus 280. So, I mean, I don't think anyone's worried about it.
No, I mean, you gotta just figure they're performing at a level that we haven't seen in a while. Unless something happens, I don't know. You got to figure they're a pretty strong number one, minimally.
And their President's Trophy odds, they've lost 2, Jimmy, again in a row, and their trophy odds went from minus 1,800 to minus 2,000. So
yeah, it just speaks to what everybody else is doing too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there's anything really new on the NHL, but what we will get into a little bit, I thought, tonight was the Olympics for hockey. I'm talking. So, Jimmy, I know you're gonna get out your stars and stripes, and we're gonna argue again because, hey, I might live in New York, but I know who's gonna win the gold medal. It ain't us. So, are you gonna tote the USA here as the second betting choice?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how in the Olympics of all. I mean, I do know how we bet against them because we think they're going to lose and we want to win money. That's the point of betting. But yeah,
well done, sir.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next.
But if the U.S. has any chance, I don't know. It's tough.
So let me give you some of the top stars on these teams in the Olympics. Okay, Kyle, and again, I think you'll know most of the names. Kyle Connor from the Jets on USA. Eichel from the Knights, obviously. We got Jack Hughes, your Devils guy.
Yep,
he's on
Jack
Team
Hughes.
USA. Austin Matthews somehow is on Team USA. I don't know why you're not playing for Canada, but it's fine. Brock Nelson, JT Miller. You got Quinn Hughes on defense. Seth Jones, Jacob Slavin, Warinsky from the Blue Jackets. Hellebuck's going to be the goalie again. Ottinger from the Stars and Swayman from the Bruins. That rounds out the goalies. Team Canada. Crosby, I know, long in the tooth. But Bo Horvat from the Islanders. McKinnon, Marchand, Marner, McDavid, your boy Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, Mark Stone from the Knights. Still Tom Wilson, who's like Ovechkin's running mate. Doherty, who's, again, another little long in the tooth, but McKinnon's running mate, Makar on Team Canada, Morrissey from the Jets on defense, Shea Theodore, who I love from the Knights, and then you got Logan Thompson in goal from the Capitals. Binghamton made the team, but I don't think he's going to be starting this year. From the Blues, I don't know, man. I think Canada is just stacked.
Did you mention the Tkachuk brothers?
Yeah, for USA, yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, they're there, but, I'm not a fan. And I don't think they're that good.
No, but they'll go. It feels like they'll go start a
No,
fight.
everyone's going to roast me for saying that because they are good, but I just don't like them. So I refuse to mention them.
Sons of the legend.
Finland, I tell you, Finland's roster is pretty damn good, too. I think Finland might be the second best team, not the U.S. So people can come at me for that, too. I think Finland's damn good. I'm going to wrap this up because you two look like,
No, I'm trying to find. There's no. I don't. Where did you find the? I can't find the Olympic odds. Yeah.
Go to hockey, click down in DraftKings, and you'll see Olympics. So Canada's plus 130 to win the gold. USA 2-1, Sweden 5-1, Finland 9-1. I think Finland's the best value by far. And then the rest of them, I don't think have a shot in hell.
You're not going with Latvia.
I don't think Latvia at 250-1 has a shot, but hey, maybe the host country in Italy at 400-1 comes out and proves us wrong. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know of an Italian hockey player. I'm sure there is one. I just don't know.
I can tell you there's 25 of them because they have a team.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're professionals. They're amateurs, technically.
Yeah.
There are 25 of them. That's a true statement. Let's see. I want to see what we are. I knew we'd be so the one that's going to be really, really competitive, and I'm not saying the men's isn't, so don't get me wrong, U.S. and Canada, Finland, Sweden, it could be a great tournament. The women's tournament won't be great.
The U.S. and Canadians just kill each other.
But the finals will be because it's going to be us and Canada again.
They kill each other.
We hate each other. That's the one I'm going to roll with the U.S. again.
It's such a fucked up sport, though. Like the fact that they can't hit and they have to like rub around each other weirdly is just, it's not as fun to watch. It's slower and that's okay, but it's a different game.
You describing your first date in high school? This game.
I mean, you never know. We could talk about that some other day.
Jimmy, watch this. Hey. Jimmy, watch this. Ryan's opinions on women's hockey is not a reflection of Who You Got podcast.
Listen, I love women's hockey. I went to a phenomenal women's hockey school in high school.
No, I get what you're saying though, right? It's also funny to me, like, it's also funny how much we hate each other. What's that?
Listen to me. Did I do that pretty well for us?
It was very good. Yeah.
Sure.
It was on point. It's not like a recording. Yeah. No, it's funny how much we like hate our rivals. It's like a, I don't know, like a microcosm of like children play, like the bullies all the way up, the grown-ups, and we just hate them and we want to pound them. And it never ends. Oh, here we go.
I gotta get out of this Winter Olympics conversation because we got a lot of NBA shit to get to.
You started it, bro.
I know, but I gotta get out of it now. Because we got a lot of NBA shit to get to with Jimmy. Trae Young gone to the Wizards, and sounds like it's because he's a complete.
Oh, he's in purgatory. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they put him in purgatory, and it seems like
I've heard all kinds of shit about this. One, he was on an expiring contract. Two, he actually wanted to be in Washington for some reason.
What? No one wants to.
Yeah, they didn't get it. They didn't get a ton for him. They got CJ McCollum and my god, I'm drawing a blank.
McCollum's a good player.
He is, but he's older. Like he's not. You know what I mean? McCollum. He is a good player, but his best years were in Portland with Damian Lillard. So. Yeah, but you're not going to build the future. He's the perfect player. You know, CJ McCollum's the perfect player to add to a Denver, a Cleveland, maybe a Houston, like that team that's really good, that has a chance, right? And needs an additional. Like the Knicks, I would take him on the Knicks, but it's not a build. It's not a building block. Unfortunately, Trae Young's bet was awesome in the playoffs when he made it. He was stone cold, wasn't scared of the moment, but he didn't make the playoffs that often, right? Goes to the Eastern Conference Finals, basically doesn't make it in the next year. So, yeah, I would say disappointment. Crazy that him and Luka, who were traded for each other on draft night, are both gone from those teams now.
Agree. Crazier is that Miami just gave up and this is it. If they're going to beat Ole Miss, the only thing Ole Miss does is big plays. You can't give up the big play, and they just gave up a 62-yard rushing touchdown, or was it even more?
No, it's more.
I mean, they just gave up a huge rushing touchdown.
68, 70.
Yeah.
So let me say something. I didn't want to interrupt the show because I did it last time and I didn't feel good about it. But, man, this guy not only ran the full length, but that's not what I'm talking about. The people on his offensive line that met him in the end zone, those people are huge. They are behemoths. If you watch them clear that hole again and then you watch them next to him, he's kind of looking up like, thank you, sir. I appreciate your help. guy right there for number 50. Like, that dude is huge.
Yeah, they're space eaters.
Jesus.
All right, so you think the Trae Young move good for both teams? Because it seems like the Hawks are happy to get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I think so. The Hawks got that kid from, oh my goodness, is it Ricochet, who they drafted a couple years ago, I believe. I believe that's who I'm thinking of. So they had, like, those 3 players came out of France, but I think they want to build around that young core. Trae Young seems like he was probably somewhat problematic. He was a defensive liability, and he was stone cold in big moments, but he sometimes couldn't get him to the big moment. Right. So what do you yeah, I think it's a good move, and like Ryan hit the nail on the head. He's now in basketball purgatory.
I agree 100%. That's why I don't know why he wanted to go there. My other question is, I don't know why the Hawks want to go after AD, because that's the new thing. They're targeting Anthony Davis.
Maybe to pair him there. I mean, I've heard that as well.
He doesn't play.
And he's older too. Anthony Davis has got to be 32, 33 years old now, doesn't he?
But he's also a big that's taken a beating over his career. I don't know if he's gotten injured or not, but he's like a big guy that bangs, right? Like,
yeah, sort of. But that was Charles Barkley's big make fun. He referred to him as street clothes because he's always on the bench.
I'm not even being rude. I'm just saying, like, he's a big guy that takes a lot of damage. That's all I meant. And if you've been in the league 10 years at 7 foot, like, you're taking hits.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. But he's been out quite a bit. Yeah. They got Zachary Ricochet. They got Alexander Walker on their team. They've got a decent little core there. They obviously picked up Porzingis. Maybe they think putting Anthony Davis with a big like Porzingis, bringing CJ McCollum, a solid vet over. And the East isn't exactly a beast right now. So they, making these moves and maybe getting more cohesive they should make the playoffs. So we'll see. All right. I'll tell you who won't: the Wizards.
Well,
yeah. There's no question about that. That's if we could bet the off or whatever it is.
Don't pass on the Wizards.
Yeah. Don't pass.
Well, another team in the East because you said again the East isn't great, but is the Bucks, and Giannis has now taken a stand saying, "I'm not going anywhere. I have a no trade clause, and I want to be a Buck."
No, I love it.
Good for him.
I hate it. Like, why? Your team sucks.
I don't care. I love the loyalty in it. Yeah, but in an age of okay, that's fair and
you can
funny.
You can have Cat and 2 other players of your choice that aren't named Jalen Brunson or Josh Hart.
Fuck that.
Jimmy, go ahead. Give your take on this because I want to hear it.
C. Not with Nick. Go be a C.
No. I don't want either of yourselves. Are you both selling? I'd love the loyalty. What's wrong with you people?
Look, I agree with Ryan on this too. Like, I think they can get better. I think him making the commitment, if he really wants to be there, is smart for him to come out and say, because I think they won't start looking for a trade. They'll start thinking about the rebuild around him, knowing he's committed to the team, right?
And not just that. Like, you gotta respect people. Like, I would love to be my dad, right? In the sense that he joined a company and he did what he needed to do and he moved up a bit and he ended with that company, retired with them. I would just love to play professional sports. Forget anything. I don't care what sport. All of us agree on that. Yeah. However,
well, we're old, so I'd love to coach one, but go ahead.
Whatever. I don't care. I'll shoot. I'll do biathlon. I don't know, but whatever it is. Point is, like,
be a fantastic offensive coordinator. Anybody listening, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. I would love to do that. However, I do miss the days in whatever sport you want to think of where people stuck to their guns. And this is not a Brady comment in any relation. I do respect the fact, like we've talked about before, that he took less salary and stayed with the same team for a long time, even though clearly he was disappointed. But I'm talking even before that. All these people played whole careers and denied huge bumps, controlled the market, and like everything was so fantastic watching these people play for Jeter. I'm not a Yankees fan. I love the fact that Jeter never left. He could have gone a million places in theory. Like, whoever you want to talk about, I love the fact that they stick with it and just ride it out. Jordan, too. I mean, I know he came back and did something different. But anyway, I've made my point.
Look,
I'll stop.
I understand Ryan's point.
All right. Let me ask Ryan's point again. What was your Brady point? Could you say that again?
My Brady point was he took a lot less money to try and – oh, my fucking God.
What was your Brady point?
Oh, God. We don't even talk about this again. Do we want – Jimmy and I are out. We don't care. Like, fuck it. That's the dumbest take ever. I listened to it again. You sounded just as stupid as the last time. Like, I just do not agree. I'm sorry.
Ryan, I'm on your team. Ryan, I'm on your team here, but I fought him with this.
I got to cut you off. Ryan's comment 30 seconds ago in language is no reflection of who you got podcast. Jimmy, go.
Jesus. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate talking to all of you.
Here's my point on the Bucks. They're not good this year. They're only 4.5 games out of the 6, so they're not far down. He says this. Kyle Kuzma is the most talented guy that can't find a way to be on a winning team I've ever saw in my life. I can't figure it out.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
that's a great take.
Yeah, and right. I still love Miles Turner. I think Kevin Porter Jr. is a good player. Looking at the roster right now, right? Bobby Portis is great off the bench. Gary Trent Jr., a good two-way player, hustle guy. They don't have a terrible roster, and the East isn't great. If they make a couple small moves, they could end up being really good. So we'll see.
All right. But look, if I was Giannis, I'd look for a trade. I think if he became a Celtic, they win the championship. No
Greg,
problem.
Forget Celtics. Why though? Why would he want to be traded if he's happy in his current situation? Is it just simply money? Is it? What's your thought here?
To win a championship, he has the money. He has the accolades. Right. Why not win another chip?
Fair enough.
If he joins the Knicks, the Celtics, or the Pistons, he wins a championship.
I just want to know your goal.
They could all figure it out budget-wise, Jimmy. They could all figure it out.
No, they could. This is my thing with Giannis. And because people have said this, and they've said it on TV, and I don't know that Giannis has ever said it, but it does make sense to a point. Giannis is obviously, he's a foreign guy. He lives here. Milwaukee, he wasn't drafted with high regards like he was going to be a superstar. Milwaukee embraced him. He's been there his whole career. His family's there. They love him. His brothers play for the team. That might all factor into it. Because nobody else has taken both his brothers as collateral for that. I mean, they might, but it's still they're going to move 3 fans. So he might just have a thing there, and he has a chip. If he didn't have a chip, I think it'd be different. But he's got one. Giannis
Greg,
will never buy a meal, a drink, anything in Milwaukee as long as he's around.
I got to tell you, Greg, you little guy. I would like to point out that Greg asked Jimmy to follow up on a point a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was 10 days ago, whatever it was. And that was how many fourth quarter drives people had between Brady and Elway. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Winning
I
drives.
I Googled it off air and realized I was wrong, so I stopped talking about it.
Oh, did you look it up again? Hold on.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Hold on. Oh, now you guys. Brady. All right, Jimmy, do some research while I'm talking.
I thought you had this ready to go. You brought the point up like we were ready to rock and roll.
But now Greg's saying I'm wrong, which is funny. Pat, go Bills. I love him. I love this guy. All right, moving on. Anyway, I thought you were right. Well, it seemed like Elway had a lot. It was like 48 or 49, and Brady had roughly the same.
Brady had more. Brady had more.
Of course he did.
Well, he played for 800 years.
But, yeah, okay.
So, what are we talking about, boys? Again,
I was trying to give you credit, and then I lost it. Sorry.
No, I was wrong. I was dead wrong.
Oh, what? Well, I'm sorry. What was that? My headphones cut out.
Yeah. Everybody write this down. We're 44 minutes into our 5th show, I believe, and Greg admitted he was wrong.
I got a point.
Write it down. Write it down.
We got one plus one.
You got one, but look, nobody forget.
Shit, asshole. He's got him ready to go.
You really got, look, if you're listening on one of the podcast sites, Spotify or iTunes, you really got to watch us on YouTube so you can see what I put up on the screen in text.
Yeah.
All right.
He is some kind of guy. Gotta love him.
I'm a great producer. Comedic timing's all me. It's a good time. Jimmy, question. Are the Celtics, though, I know I've made a lot of comments about the C's. The Celtics are starting to become a little bit of a story here, though, are they not?
Yeah, they, of course, they're getting it done without Tatum. And that's,
Are you worried about them if you're a Knicks fan? Because they're right there with you now.
No, I'm not. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I think when it comes to push shove, I think the Knicks would go over them. I am worried about the Pistons after watching them get their ass whooped by the Pistons the other night.
So the Knicks are better on paper by far. But if you're watching with your eyes, the Celtics are playing the best basketball in the East.
Yeah, they're playing really well. They overtook them they were the 2 seed for a day. I mean, that's without Tatum, that's embarrassing. So yeah, no, but I'm not. But I think again,
Tatum's
I
back,
think,
but middle March.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think it's good. And Tatum, he could come back and just be himself. I'm worried the same thing about Jokic, even though Jokic only out for a month. I'm worried about what happens when guys come back. I think he'll be back soon enough to get in playoff shape. I'm worried about Tatum. I just don't know if he's going to be quite there. Well, if he's back, if Tatum comes back and he's 80% of what Tatum was before, then the Celtics could win it all this year.
Look, what I was going to say is, if he gets back in March and they can start giving him like a build up to the playoffs for like a minute restriction, I think the Celtics are going to be scary.
I agree. It
was very saddening to me, like, to watch him go down.
Quickly,
it was terrible.
Quick take here. You saw Kerr got thrown out a couple nights ago.
Yes.
No.
And he was completely right about the call.
I didn't dig deep into the story. I just saw the headline.
I mean, he went bananas about a goaltend, and it couldn't have been more blatant that the ball hit the backboard first. And they lost by 1 point, by the way.
Problem.
Don't you think, I mean, at some point, before you throw a coach out, you might want to look if you're right or wrong about the call he's arguing?
All these reviews are so challenging. Like, in whatever sport you want to talk about, right? Like, it's irritating because you're waiting, but you want the right answer, and it depends on the situation whether you want to wait or whether you want the right answer. So it's a tough one, and I understand how all these sports are battling with that constantly.
All right, back to the Celtics for a second, because we didn't get to this on the last show, and I had it written down, but I wanted Jimmy's reaction or take, or because he's more of an NBA guy than we are, Ryan. Brown said, and Brown's having a great year, and I don't know why he's not more in the MVP talk, but Brown says he's the best two-way player in the game. What do you think there? Do you agree with that? Do you think he's way off? Do you think he's in the top 5?
No. I think he's good enough that I don't hate him for saying it, but he's kind of known for not being likable. Like, not like in like
Is that
the
true?
classic. Yeah. By
the way, we talked about this on our podcast in the spring. Like, that Celtics documentary on HBO was fantastic, and I didn't realize, like, he's a legit, like, very smart human being.
He is, but like I think he comes off a little bit pretentious to his teammates. He's not unlikable in like the way that he's getting into trouble or doing anything wrong. Like, he's not
when I say
guy.
Smart, Jimmy,
right.
He's not Erie smart. He's like Harvard smart. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. He's extremely intelligent, but you know how really smart people can be douches, right?
I do.
Right. So right. So like that's
like the sharps, you mean?
Yeah. No, I said very smart, Ryan.
Sorry.
None of us on this show went to Harvard, to be clear. 2 of us on the show made it through 1 semester of college and dropped out.
That's not true. I was on my 3rd year.
Good for you. I was not.
Ryan,
one full-time, one part-time.
Ryan saw it through, so we give Ryan credit on this show.
Yeah. But so here's the thing. I think he's good enough that it's not a crazy statement for him to make, and I think he should feel that way. I don't fault players for saying things like that, because what are you going to do? Like, he's not, like, you should believe in you're a professional athlete, and you're really good. Now, are you number one? Probably not. But I mean, I think SGA is probably number one. He's a very good defender. He might not be a Jaylen Brown lockdown, but they're a great defensive team. SGA can play defense, and he's a better offensive player. And I'm sure I come with a list of others. But my point is, it's not a crazy thing to say. His name is not, it's not nuts to have in the conversation.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And good take. I agree. I mean, I don't like your shots at me, but that's fine. It's what you do. You're a dick.
The guy that takes shots constantly all show long.
I don't know if I take shots. I think I produce.
Ryan, does Greg take shots?
We love you, Greg.
We love you, Greg. We love you. We take them.
Sometimes we have to stand together a little bit.
Look, I would never take shots at either of you. That's just
Here we go. He's typing something on the
until now.
Yeah, he's typing something right now.
You guys are my friends. I would never do that.
Oh, there it
goes. These boys grew up in Hartford.
All right, first of all,
technically, that's insulting Greg.
We did not grow up in Hartford. We grew up in suburbs of Hartford.
I did. Technically, I did.
I mean, yeah, all right, Ryan. You were as close to Hartford as I am.
No, the address was Hartford. I'll give it to you.
But you were as integrated in Hartford as I am right now in Harlem. But good call.
So I wasn't not around.
I mean, you were close to the gunshots, but you weren't near it. You weren't diving into it.
I was about a half mile.
You were, but you weren't going that way. Touchdown Miami, bet everything's right with the world again. All right, Jimmy, let's talk college basketball for a sec.
Oh my God, that is some exposure on that cross if you look carefully.
Full frontal?
Basically. Yeah. Rewind it. You'll see.
Yeah, I see it.
Everything's out.
Really?
Yep, we got some.
I mean, pants are covered, but like you can see.
Oh,
like
it was really like.
All right, no one knows what we're talking about, but we're watching the Miami game. This guy is a junk, pretty much is 100%.
Oh, there it is again as he jumps around.
Yeah,
I thought he was talking about somebody in the stands or something.
No, this is the running back's junk is pretty much on display in the game, so that's what Ryan's referencing. But I do want to talk college basketball. Jimmy, this weekend slate is pretty weak. Not great. Not great at all.
Not great.
Look, tonight's slate is not great, but the late games are kind of intriguing. Good lines, but no point in really going over those because no one's going to hear it in time. I think the line tonight, and so whoever's listening tomorrow can see if I'm right or wrong. I think Gonzaga is way overvalued tonight against Santa Clara. 16.5 is a lot. I think they can keep that game within 16 points. But Saturday's slate kind of sucks. I got to be honest. I mean, is there anything?
It does.
Is there anything that jumps out at you to talk about? Or, I mean...
Florida, Tennessee. Florida got a big win, like we predicted, against Georgia at home. They're at home against Tennessee. I don't know if you look at the count. I think it's probably going to be something like 5.5 or 6 to Florida. I think Florida gets it done at home. I think, they've had a tough schedule. I think they jump back into the top 25. So that's the only big game. Obviously, I'll be watching Michigan. I think Michigan, hey, they're going to have some tight games. They're blowing everybody out. They didn't play well. They won on defense against Penn State. They won a tight one. They shot terrible from 3. Godot was like 0 for 5, and you don't want him shooting 5 threes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I knew you'd get to Michigan. What do you think this line's going to be?
I mean, shit.
The way they're favoring Michigan is, and I can't even say it's out of control because they're fucking covering.
Yeah, they covered the last 3. I think they covered the last 3.
They're killing it.
Yeah, they didn't cover against Penn State, but they covered. They were 22.5 the game before. They won by 30. All right, you got 16. There's a 21. I don't know. It's going to be a 24-point spread. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the KenPom rankings, and it tells you it's going to be around 20, between 22 and 24.
And I got to tell you, take Michigan because they're coming off they just had the nail biter against Penn State. Then they're going back home and they're playing take Michigan.
And they're going to be calm, relaxed, all that.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with Jimmy's point. Me as a gambler, I would lean Wisconsin because look, Michigan still play a great game and win by 18. Like, you know what I mean? But
Wisconsin could get a few points. They could be winning by 30. Wisconsin hits a couple 3 in garbage time. Like, it's too many. I would not bet it, but it wouldn't shock me if Michigan covered.
Yeah, it's a pass. It's 100% a pass. But the problem is they are overvaluing Michigan so much. But again, like I just said, Michigan keeps covering.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. And they should have lost that game. They should have lost. That should have been the game they lost, and they somehow pulled it out and played like shit.
I agree. Does SMU?
Well, they played good defense.
Oh my god. Does SMU have a prayer against Duke or none at all?
I don't know because look at SMU's recent games. I was looking at it earlier. So SMU's ranked. They're in the top 25, but they just lost to Clemson. They beat North Carolina, but they were at home. That jumped them into the top 25. Then they came back with a loss to Clemson. Their other losses are to LSU by 12 points, and they got beat by 21 by Vandy. So, they haven't beat anybody, right? So, no, I don't think they have a chance in hell.
Is there anything you see on the slate Saturday where someone should be on upset alert, or you just again, it's not a great slate, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I was looking for something that I wanted to get into. The Florida Tennessee game is the only one that I think, and I don't think it's not going to be an upset because Florida's going to be favored just by ranking. I mean, look, would it be great if Kansas walks into Morgantown, West Virginia, and gets beat? That'd be fantastic.
What about South Carolina upsetting number 18 Georgia at home?
I mean, yeah, could happen.
I mean, where's South Carolina in the count? 69. I don't see that happening either.
Not a great chance, yeah.
It's a terrible slate. Hopefully we'll have more for you next week when it comes to college basketball. There's really not any great games to recommend this week.
What's Indiana, Nebraska. I mean, that maybe if you, because I know you're not a believer in Nebraska. They keep winning, but
It's not that I'm not a believer in them. I just don't think they've played a great schedule yet. I more look. You know what we've talked about. I more lean to the Ken Palm rankings than the AP rankings. You look at the AP rankings, and they have Arizona still number 1, and you look at the Ken Palm, and Arizona is 3rd. Iowa State is actually the number 2 in the Ken Palm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and according to, I mean, look, Indiana, this should be a pick'em game, or Indiana should be getting a point, and Nebraska is the 10th ranked team according to Ken Palm. So that could be a good game. Like, that should be a good game. And I'm not a believer in Nebraska. I've watched about 10 minutes of Nebraska basketball this year, right? Because
in the AP,
the Cornhuskers basketball.
Yeah, you're probably talking AP, and the Ken Palm, Nebraska is 21.
No, that's what I'm saying. So and Indiana's 24, but it's in the Ken Palm. So like I said, it should probably be I don't know, because it's in Indiana, a pick 'em or a 1 that way, and in the AP for the average fans looking at ESPN, you've got a 10 versus unranked team, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
right?
And you lean Indiana here for sure, right?
I lean Indiana at home, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I think Indiana's the play there for sure. All right.
But it could be a good game. That's one of the games if you just want to watch a game this Saturday instead of the NFL playoffs or something. Well, that should be on before the playoffs kick off, right?
What's the time? What's the time of that game?
Yeah, it's noon. It's a noon game.
Yeah, so that
if you want something to warm up, should be the most competitive game along with the Tennessee Florida game in my eyes.
Yeah, it's a good call. All right. Jimmy, great news. Ryan has a quiz for us, and I can't wait.
Let's go. I will miss every question, but I'll happily guess.
Don't set yourself up like that.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, so again, I'm trying to follow up. We got off the radar some weeks, and this is my other thing that I'm interested in. So we talked a lot about movies and pop culture, and it's exciting. I enjoy it. Hopefully you guys do too. So we are talking about, I understand it's just actors nowadays, regardless of gender. So that's what we're going with. So the idea is I'm going to say a name, and you guys are going to tell me what they did before acting. Sound fair?
Fair.
All right.
I think I'm going to start. Go well, Jimmy.
Listen, I'm going to start with some very famous people, which if you guys don't get, I'm not sure what planet you've been living on in some stretches. There will be some you're surprised about, and I'm happy to educate you because it's fun, and I'm old too, so there's a couple older people on here. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Go.
All right. Number 1, Harrison Ford. What did he do prior to acting, and what was his first role?
He was a professor, and he was like a historian. He was an archaeologist.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
By a lot, based on our last show. He was or 2 shows
ago. A doctor who got arrested, and they had to run from the cops.
No, that's later on too.
Okay.
All right, so was his first role Star Wars?
Yes.
I feel like I watched the documentary. I'm a Disney guy, so I feel like I watched the documentary.
What the hell's wrong with you? What did he do in Star Wars? Please.
He was a pilot.
He was a pilot.
What was his name? Jesus, give his character at least.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Thank you, God. Okay. Now.
You said what was his profession?
Right. What was his profession prior to doing that?
And I could be way off. Was he a carpenter?
That is absolutely correct. Do you know why that is so funny?
Why?
Because in number 3, what was it? Last Crusade or Crusade something with Sean Connery?
It was a wooden chalice.
Yes, he went into that room and he met the 1,400-year-old dude or whatever, and he goes, only a carpenter could have discovered the Grail.
That is fucking great.
Which is ironic as fuck, if you think about it.
Great movie knowledge.
So, you like that one?
That was a good one.
Are we moving along?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, Steve Buscemi. Prior to working on all these famous movies we know.
I actually know this. He was an alien.
I'm sorry, wait, hold on. You're not allowed to answer until you admit that these are not that hard. You were like, oh my God, we're not going to know any of this shit.
He was an alien.
That's exactly right. Jimmy, you're
his real name, he actually before that his real name's Cousin Tony, and he was a gangster. He got out of jail, and Yeah, but sadly he got killed by Tony Soprano at the end.
That's funny.
Wait,
all right, great.
He got killed by Tony Soprano. I thought he was Boardwalk Empire.
He was.
He did
but
that as well. He was
an awesome
amazing. He was
character in
also in Sopranos, like 4, 5, 6, I think, seasons.
Yeah, he was awesome in The Sopranos. Yeah,
He's in an unbelievable. By the way, Reservoir Dogs is by far his most famous movie. You two idiots. You should 100% go back and watch that.
Greg? Was the question what was his most famous movie?
No, and I'm
going
to challenge Ryan. He was fantastic in Armageddon. I know the answer to this question because
Fargo.
No, I know the answer to Ryan's question. I just want to fuck around with Alien. I only know because, again, I've watched documentaries and I know the answer. He was a New York City firefighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
In what engine? If you want to get a man.
But I know he was 55. A firefighter. I knew he was a firefighter in New York City.
And what is unbelievable about him?
That he is not an alien.
Because in 9/11 he returned for a shitload of 12-hour shifts. So the minute the planes hit the towers.
That's actually why I knew that, because of the 9/11 documentaries.
It was unbelievable. That you just look. Everybody listening, just look this up on your own. You want to give a quick dab?
He's a great
high
dude.
five.
Yeah, great dude.
Whatever it is to a guy like this. This guy came off of an exceptionally successful career and went back to his roots and took care of people and didn't worry about the risks.
And he always took funny beneath him roles in Adam Sandler movies like Big Daddy.
Absolutely. Unbelievable actor.
He really is.
Yeah.
I love the guy.
So I don't have a drink left. I got to get a drink in a minute, but it's my segment, so I'm going to have a sip of this for him.
And your drink, it's not really a drink. That's a bubbly, but go ahead.
I know. I get that. All right.
Yeah. Define drink.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to drop down to the bottom here because I like that one. So Ken Jeong, that's the dude from The Hangover.
Hold on. I love him in Role Models, but go ahead.
Yes. Role Models is so good.
He was so good in Role Models.
So what sort of doctor was he?
The whole movie's so good.
And how did he practice?
I want to say he was an optometrist. I want to say he was an optometrist.
No, he's no joke, fucker. He's an internal medicine guy. He practiced for like 5 years.
Okay. I got the doctor part right.
Good job.
So we got another one here. Gina Davis. Now, this is a little different. She didn't do this before she started acting, but she did something exceptionally elite related to sports and our show around the year 2000. What was that sport?
She's a phenomenal professional women's baseball player. We saw that.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
That was a movie character.
Obviously, that's what she did.
Next guess.
She was a housewife, so she quit playing baseball to be a housewife. So that her sister.
Moving on.
Well, give us a hint.
You are right on target, Greg. She did something unbelievably elite. Potentially, she almost qualified for the Olympics.
For the Olympics?
Yes. At probably 48 or 49 years old.
Summer or winter?
Summer, I believe.
Summer.
She threw the javelin.
She was an archery finalist to make the 2000 Olympic team in Athens.
No kidding. Wow.
I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? I don't know how old she was. Thelma and Louise was, 93? Maybe she was 40. So she was probably almost 50.
What's amazing is that you said, I believe it was the Summer Olympics in Athens.
No, that's correct. Sorry. I believe that, and it's correct. Yeah. All right, so a little funnier one. This one might be a harder one to guess, but it's someone everyone knows. What did Sylvester Stallone do before selling his first movie as like one of his major part-time jobs?
Sylvester Stallone.
It was in Central Park. There's your hint.
Before he sold Rocky, the script of Rocky?
That's correct.
He was in softcore porn.
It's fun.
He was.
That's not what I'm looking for. He worked in Central Park doing something.
He worked at the zoo, zookeeper.
That's correct. What did he do at the zoo? You're on it.
He was a.
You got most of it. I'll give you 80% right now.
Yeah, he was a maintenance guy.
Clean the tiger cages.
That's it. He cleaned the lion cages. You were like right there, 98%. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly right. Great job. I think 80% to Jimmy.
Buddy. He was also a bookie collector.
Oh, I don't doubt that. So, moving on to someone a little more random. Wanda Sykes. Anybody know what she did? We did this already, Greg. He just did this. You weren't looking, Greg.
I saw the I just saw the touchdown.
Did you see Jimmy do it?
I did.
He just did it.
I was paying him back.
Just sharing the excitement.
Okay, moving on. Wanda Sykes. What did she do for the NSA? The NSA. That's a serious organization.
She's an operator.
Greg.
She answered phones.
Greg. That's possible. Greg.
She definitely answered the phones.
She's a procurement specialist, so she was a logistics person.
All right. I think procurement means she ordered supplies for the office, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be. All right. Another kind of one that everyone knows. Samuel Jackson. What did he do before making it big in his mid?
Oh my God, I know this in the why. It's right there, Jimmy. We know this.
It's related to a lot of his movies in a way.
I've watched documentaries on him. I know this. Jimmy, think it out. What did Samuel L. Jackson do? Besides great commercials for, was that Chase? Citibank, whatever he does with Barkley.
Yeah, he has a lot of. What did Samuel L. Jackson do? I don't know.
Oh my God, I know this. Fuck, why?
This is what. He ran a small store in Harlem.
That is the funniest thing you've ever said. Die Hard.
That's
3.
a movie.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking awesome.
Jim.
Oh my God, Jimmy,
so
you
funny.
said it before. I forget who you said it for. He was a professor.
No, he was a social worker. He really was helping people, trying to help people. Yep, it's legit.
He's not a professor?
No. All right, we're gonna jump to someone else who I have unbelievable respect for, and I just loved watching this guy. I've looked up clips for years, and it's fun to watch. And you guys are a little younger, but Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, he like got into comedy in like his mid or late 40s, right?
Yeah. So I want to know what he did for about 10 plus years as a salesman, which may relate to some of our fields. What did he sell?
I know that he owned a store called Tall and Fat, and he sold.
Motherfucker, we are going movies again, you asshole.
Good job. Yep.
And before that, in college, he perfected the triple Lindy, and he won a gym.
Yes, he did, and it was fantastic.
I don't know if you have his like thing up, but he owned clubs too, didn't he?
Not at this point. Not that I'm talking about. So, but just to explain to everyone, Jimmy is referencing Old School, and if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it.
No, Back to School.
Back to School. Excuse me. Back to School.
It's a great movie.
Fun, fantastic movie.
You get Robert Downey Jr.
Jimmy, tell me if I'm wrong, because I remember hearing this from an interview on Howard, I think with Seinfeld. He owned a club where stand-ups went. Did he not?
Oh, that could be. But I'm talking about what was his profession as a salesman for about 10 years.
He sold Hoover
vacuums. What did he do prior to being successful?
Hoover vacuum cleaners.
He sold vacuums.
No, he sold aluminum siding. Now, this is my random fact about him. This is exciting. And you're going to think
that nobody in the world knows that.
No, has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
He was the first celebrity to own and create his own content website. And by 1996, a website, keep in mind, in 96. By 1996, he was one of the 100 most influential people in designing the web and the creation of the web. Because he was a content creator.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Rodney Dangerfield, like Greg said, I don't think this was till he was maybe 41, 42. And then he did iconic movies. I mean, my heart will never, I love Caddyshack. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. There is no question that from a comedy point of view, there are so many different things going on in there and so many great performances.
Yeah.
So
agree.
I could go on for that for a while.
So random story that nobody cares about that's listening to this, but I'm going to tell you two pricks because we're here talking about it. I was at the bookstore about 2 months ago, and I bought Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut because I remember the scene in the movie where he's hitting on the professor, and she talks about Kurt Vonnegut. And I said, Kirk, I've never read a Vonnegut book. Back to school, I'm buying the book.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I love when he's in the shower and she's like, "Grum," he's like, "Okay, I got it. Yes, number 1964." It's great. I love it. All right,
It's a
so
fantastic movie.
next we've got a little bit more random. Everybody, oh no, we did that one already. We got Whoopi Goldberg. Does anyone know what in her 20s she was qualified to do as a professional?
Oh, I was going to say she was a corrections officer for some reason. It just seems like
like-
New York.
I feel like that's a great answer.
Yeah.
She was
give us
a
a hint.
break yourself. Okay. I mean, I guess if a cop shot someone, her profession might help with this.
Like CSI type shit.
Not exactly. She might make it look better. She was a morgue beautician, certified.
Okay.
So, like, you make people look pretty once they're dead.
Yeah.
Thought that's interesting. We've got one last one, and I like to think the best for last, honestly.
Yeah.
So, this is Joe Pesci. He was, Jimmy, in your realm of interest, loved music. What instrument did he play?
Pesci.
Joe Pesci, Home Alone.
I bet Pesci
Goodfellas.
played.
Casino.
I bet he played. Would have played the piano.
No, Pesci's a crazy guy. He played he's a guitar. He played the fucking guitar.
Fucking A, Greg. Mr. Greg got it right. That's exactly right.
Guitar felt too obvious.
Now, here is real. This is a tough one, Greg. This is where you don't think anyone's going to get this one, and maybe you guys won't. But I will do my best to intro this. Joe Pesci played in a band, not at the same time, at a different time, than one of the most famous guitar players that we could ever think of. What band was it, and who was this other guitarist?
I have no clue who the band
was.
was.
He played in the band with a guitar player?
No.
You said famous guitar player. I'm gonna guess because of
Wait.
Pesci.
Let me explain to Jimmy first
I don't
before we
need to
start
explain
saying.
to Jimmy. Let me give my answer. 'Cause you
Okay, go ahead.
Pesci, famous guitar player. I have no clue what the band is, but I know the timeline, and I'm going to say Hendrix.
Okay, Jimmy. The question is, he played in a band named whatever it was that we don't know, but he also played in a band that had another famous guitarist at a different time.
So he wasn't in the band with that guitarist at the same time?
No, not at the same time, but it was the same band and called the same thing.
Oh, all right. So it's not
This is a
not
fun one.
It's not Hendrix, because Hendrix was in his own thing, and he was in a band that had Jimi Hendrix experience with people from England. Joe Pesci seems like he's probably New Yorker, something around here.
It's funny the way people think. I like it. I love giving quizzes.
Well, I'm trying to think of. I mean, I can't imagine it's someone that famous. I'm gonna say Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Pesci.
Okay, that's fun.
I like it.
Yeah,
Well,
good.
I no, honestly, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I'm trying to think of who in that time frame.
Me, I think he's like what, 83, 82.
Yeah, he's old. I mean,
Just trying to give you like his age.
I'm going to say Cream just to throw out a band, but I know that's not right because they're English.
Okay. All right. So nobody got the band. The band is called Joey D and the Starlighters.
So he's with Joey Ramone?
Well, I will say I am incredibly impressed.
It's Hendrix.
With somebody in a darker colored shirt right now, and fucking he played in a band instead in a different time than Jimi Hendrix. Unbelievable, Greg. I cannot fucking believe you got that shit.
He Googled that for sure.
I did not.
I don't know. But, like, who would know that? That's a real thing. Like, so he played at a different time as the same level guitarist.
I guess just because of the ages.
Yeah, man.
And you said famous guitarist.
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean,
Jimi
that could have been a lot of people, though.
Jimi Hendrix is the GOAT.
Because what would Hendrix be right now? He'd be in his 80s, would he not?
He died in,
100%.
I think, 68 or 71, and he was in his 20s. He would be probably I think he'd probably be 78 or 80 in that range.
Yeah. And what's Pesci? 82, 83?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if it's after or before, but
That was a good quiz, Ryan. I liked it.
thanks. I hope everybody liked it.
Yeah. All right, so back to the WWE.
I thought you guys did pretty well, by the way.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
Greg was like, "Are you sure we're gonna get any of these?" Like I said, and I was like, I hope. Like a couple hints.
To Jimmy's point, back to the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Your thoughts?
Next week, I'm going to ask you about.
Let's talk about
underground 70s hardcore, and we're going to get right into.
All right, but let's talk college football. And we're not going to get into. We'll get into the Indiana-Oregon game in a second, and maybe someone will hear before it kicks off tomorrow night. Yes, the U is pumping right now. But this is what I kind of want to know. Jimmy, what do you think was the biggest disappointment? Who was the biggest disappointment 2020 football?
Oh, the problem is there's so many choices.
There is. That's why it's a great
terrible.
debate.
No, it is, though. But why is the truth? It's the truth.
I'm not down. I agree. I was so pissed off all the time.
Listen, here, I'm going to make a couple good points here. You could say Penn State because they were supposed to be the best, but so was Clemson, and Penn State beat them at the Penn State Bowl. So Clemson has to be a bigger disappointment because they were both supposed to be in the Final Four because Penn State beat them at the end. So they're both terribly disappointing. Ryan's, I think, doing a line of cocaine or something. I don't know what he's doing there with his nose. But
it ain't good. It's nothing good. It's nothing great.
But it's nothing good. He's blood splatter expert right there. Yeah. So I would say Clemson has to be right there. Penn State's up there, but Penn State takes it. LSU is chasing them down for disappointing. Those would be probably my top three, but there's some other good arguments out there. I mean, those got to be the best.
I think you nailed the top three.
Yeah.
It's Clemson, Penn State, LSU for sure. Texas obviously has got to be thrown in the mix.
I agree.
South Carolina, I mean, after like what their expectations were after 2024, Auburn was the sexy pick to make the playoff. They didn't do shit. Florida, I mean, look, I don't know what they did this year was disappointing. I don't even, to Jimmy's point, it's almost like you sit here and go, what would your vote be, Jimmy? I guess you said Clemson because Penn State beat them, but LSU and Texas have got to be right there. I mean, Texas, everybody's Final Four.
Texas ended up beating Michigan in a bowl game last year. They were on the cusp of making the playoffs. Still disappointing. I think you could, but Penn State and LSU did fall apart. Coach is gone. Quarterbacks, one's hurt, the other one's the disappointment. Clemson wants to try to hold it together. Let's see if Dabo can figure out the transfer portal and get with the current times. But they kept him around. So I think Clemson had the most disappointing season. Penn State beat them. However, program-wise, much as it pains me, I'm going to say LSU. Because Nussmeier should have been good. They had people coming back. They had the coach coming back. There's nothing there. Penn State, the same thing. But Drew Aller gets hurt. Like, things go south. They get it together at the end of the year. They rattle off a few wins, including a bowl. So I'm going to go with LSU. Or Clemson. I don't know. God damn it. One of the two.
I think, I don't think there's a wrong answer. And I know that's not really a hot take, but I don't think there's a wrong answer between all four of those teams. If you're a Texas fan, you're pissed. If you're an LSU fan, you're scratching your head going, what the fuck happened? If you're a Clemson fan, it's like, hey, look, I know Miami was kind of on the rise, and we didn't know what we were going to get out of Miami, but shit, worst case scenario, we were going to finish second in the ACC, and you were nowhere close. And if you're Penn State, you're really going, wow, what happened? We were the national champion. We were the best team on paper coming into this year.
Yeah, and look, I think a team you mentioned earlier, South Carolina, I think them being not great this year is going to be the best thing that happened to Lenora Sellers in the long run because he's going to stay in school for an extra year. The kid's got tons of talent, but the NFL doesn't develop anybody anymore. You come in and you can play, or you're gone, and if you're lucky, you become Sam Darnold, Baker, right, and you get a second chance somewhere, right? Like the Bryce Young thing is a rarity that he sticks with the same team and then continues to be the starter. So South Carolina could be good because I think Lenora Sellers is really good. If they could put some talent around him and he's got another year under his belt and he stays healthy, it's the best thing that happened to him that they weren't great. I hope the kid from Oregon comes back next year, and I don't think he's going to, but I hope he does and doesn't get.
No, it sounds like
sent to the Jets jail.
Yeah, it sounds like him and the quarterback from Indiana are going to be sent to.
Yeah, and in Indiana, Fernando Mendoza's got to come out. He's a 5-year guy, but he could stay in Oregon for one more year, or he could have his career ruined in New York.
Tell me about the guy from Indiana. What's he like?
Fernando Mendoza?
Jimmy, give that take.
Fernando Mendoza is fantastic. They've compared Fernando.
How big is he? Like, what are his strengths?
I'll give you his stats right now. They compare him to like a slightly more athletic Matt Ryan.
Okay.
He's very good. He transferred, I believe he went to Cal, so he transferred in the portal to Indiana. We received a viewer comment a few weeks back, kind of bitching at us in a way, not bitching, but making a comment that, hey, you guys didn't touch on the fact that Fernando Mendoza, for a Heisman Trophy winner, has stats are incredibly high. And when you compared him to the other Heisman finalists, he was better than all of them. Like, it was, yes, he didn't blow their doors off, but he was better, and he wins. The kid's a winner. He's got all the tools. He shows up in big moments.
So where are they ranking him in the draft? Like, initially,
so he should be the top overall pick. So the way this
number one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, he's like Brady's likely going to draft him, and they're going to take him. In I'm trying to get his exact size for you. He's 6'2".
No,
Or no, he's 6'5", 225. So he literally is like
perfect.
He's a Matt Ryan. So Dante Moore for Oregon, same thing. So the difference is Dante Moore should be really, 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 really good. He's 6'3", 206, a little smaller, but he only has a handful of starts under his belt. He's younger. He's a sophomore. Like it will, and he's going to get relegated to the Jets, who have done nothing but ruin careers year over year. So he'd be better off, especially because there's NIL coming back. Now, the one thing they push back against that is that the more you play in college, the more they have to criticize you. But it worked out for Fernando Mendoza pretty well. From Cal, he said to Indiana, and all he's going to do is win. Well, he might not win it, but he won the Heisman Trophy, and he's in the college playoffs. And this is what's cool, Ryan. They're playing each other. They're supposed to be the number 1 and 2 quarterback if they come out, and they're playing each other this next game, right? So
it's huge.
Yeah, I don't think it will necessarily tell the tale of what happened. They played each other earlier this year. Dante Moore was under pressure. Indiana's got a very good defense. He was pressured all game long. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I would still go with Fernando Mendoza. I think it's been proven over the last few years. You take the quarterback out of college that has a lot of stuff. Bo Nix, right? The Bo Nix of this world, the Jaden Daniels, somebody with a bunch of starts under their belt that's also played well. But we get to see it. We get to see it. We get to see the number 1 and number 2.
It's a great segue. Who you got tomorrow night?
To win the game or the line?
Well, line's only 3.5. So I mean, if you think it's a field goal game,
you got to take Indiana based on what they did the last time. Their defense is really, really good, and they can score points. I mean, if Oregon won, would I be shocked? No, I'm not going to stamp my leg, but I am going to put money on it, and it's going to be on Indiana.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. My only thing here is the angle of it's really hard to beat a good team twice in 1 year. I think wouldn't shock me, obviously, if the Ducks won, but I think Jimmy's right. I think Indiana probably wins the game, but I think it's going to be a dogfight into the fourth quarter.
Jimmy, this lesson again, like that thing that, like the mic, like
I know.
I'm
sorry.
You know what's hit it with the left.
How many days later are we? And I'm still like, it's been like 2 weeks. I can't kick this shit.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear it.
Well, it's too bad. You're stuck with it.
Ryan, you got a pick for tomorrow night? If not, I have another question. Where is this kicker from Ole Miss going in the draft? Is he?
You're talking about Indiana? Sorry.
Yeah, Indiana, the Ducks. You got a pick there?
Indiana's gonna do this. They're good, and the Ducks have frustrated me, but I'm going Indiana.
All right, where's this kid from Ole Miss going in the draft? The kicker I'm talking. I mean, he literally
just murdered
60-yard field goals like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Going in the top, Jimmy, 4 rounds?
Yes. I'm going yes. Hard yes. There's specialty somewhere. It's 3rd or 4.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm with Ryan. I think he goes in the 3rd or 4th round.
Look at Janikowski. I know Greg likes Santa Clara. I'm outdating myself. Regardless, he was that kicker that broke the fucking draft, right? Yeah, I don't remember what he's picked, but he was somewhere in the top 4 rounds.
Who was that? Janikowski?
I wrote down 1 hour and 27, so I can delete that. Go ahead. Sorry, everyone. You're not gonna hear that because my comment is no reflection of the Who You Got podcast. Go ahead, Jimmy. I can't say that.
What rounds are you gonna go in? Yeah, but we go. I don't know. What's the height? Yeah, I don't know. I would if I'm like special teams are a big deal, and everybody's got somebody that can make a 60-yarder now. So if you don't, you're at a big disadvantage.
Agreed.
They have to change. They need to change the kickoff rule because we can't be this starting on the 35 is getting ridiculous with how far kickers are kicking this shit.
Agree.
Absolutely. Hey, they're amazing, and they're getting more valuable and essential.
When we all stop talking all over each other, it's gonna be a great podcast. I guarantee you guys. But I agree. Where did Janikowski go? He went in the top. He must have went in the top 2-3 rounds from Florida State, right?
I actually think he broke some weird shit and was in the top. Like,
did he go in the first
round?
round? He went in the...
No, I think he was second round. But I'll look it up in a second.
Jimmy's looking it up right now.
I got it. What round was the pass?
Give him a 40 and a football, and that guy could hit from 60.
That's right.
Or a bottle of vodka.
Sebastian Janikowski was drafted in the first round, 17th overall pick.
I thought he was the first round pick, yeah.
And in the end, he made 414 of 515 field goal attempts.
He was left-footed.
And 557 of 563 extra point attempts. Like, that's ridiculous. I didn't see distance, but I know he kicked at least a couple of 60s.
Old Edward 40 hands. You guys know that game?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was it. Was that in Role Models too? No, it wasn't.
I don't know if it was in any. I don't know if it was in a movie.
It was in.
I know it anecdotally from friends.
It was in How I Met Your Mother. That's what it was in.
Yeah. In Role Models, they take a bunch of Ambien and try to stay up.
What a great movie.
Yeah, it's very good. You know Role Models, Ryan?
Of course,
I don't think I've seen it.
Movie.
You gotta watch it. It's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
It's newer, dude. I'm old.
Dude.
Jane Lynch's character is my favorite character.
Yeah, she's great in that. But Paul Rudd is just unbelievable.
Oh, I might have seen it. I just might not be thinking of the name.
McLovin's in it.
McLovin's in it.
I love McLovin.
Who doesn't?
He's in it. The movie's excellent.
I mean, how good was Superbad? One of my favorite lines is when they were like, McLovin build.
Yeah.
Great.
Like slapping God in the face for a beautiful gift. everything about Superbad's fantastic. The most underrated line in Superbad is when Jonah Hill runs onto the soccer field and
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the fucking great.
And what's his name's little brother is in the movie. And he says, God, dude, and he goes, hey, don't pee your pants again. He goes, that was like second grade. He goes, hey, people don't forget.
So good. So good. What a great... I mean, that movie is unbelievable from beginning to end.
Yeah, there's so many
so good
lines.
Oh, my God.
I remember when that movie came out, our favorite movie, me and my friends, my brother, funniest movie we ever saw was Super Troopers. And I remember my brother calling me and he's like, hey, I just saw Superbad. You got to see it. It's the funniest movie I think I ever saw. I go, it's better than Super Troopers? He goes, I think it is. I go, holy shit. I got to go watch it.
I think it might be. It really is. I mean, there's not a line in there.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
God. What's your favorite part of Superbad, Ryan? Our underrated line.
I just love all of it. When McLovin's in that liquor store the first time trying to book booze, gets knocked the fuck out. Like, there's nothing like that. And he's just like, oh my God, what happened? And he's so dumb. Just like so dumb. And then they take him in the car and Seth Rogen. I mean, that might be Seth Rogen's greatest character.
It's
What's your favorite line, Greg?
Bill Hader, like, in there.
Like, off the radar line, or...
You can do both, but you can do both if you want.
Like, off the radar, it's when... what the fuck's Michael Cera's character's name?
Somehow I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember either, but Michael Cera. Well.
Yeah, when he looks at McLovin, he's like...
think of it.
He's like, and take off that vest. You look like fucking Aladdin.
Yeah. I like when the chick's telling him like how bad she wants him, and he says samesies.
Favorite line that I think everybody knows is when Jonah Hill goes into the lube bit, and he's like, "Thank you for bringing the lube."
Yeah. Oh, you brought the lube. Yeah, that's very good. Right after they talk about slapping God in the face for a beautiful gift, he goes, says, "Come on, I gotta get a look at these warlocks."
And then, oh my god, I always forget his name, but the creepy dude who hits Jonah Hill with the car.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he's like, "You guys on Facebook?"
No, MySpace. He says, "You guys on MySpace?" Yeah.
Oh, the movie's just fantastic from beginning
to end.
Yeah, everything about it's good.
They're all good.
So good. I mean, some of the parts obviously we can't talk about because we don't know what we have to be on this podcast, but
who knows?
Who knows?
There are other parts
that are not representative of. We got their either out.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
We're talking about a movie. It was very popular. Everybody, get over it. When Jonah Hill's character dances with that chick at the party.
Oh God, yeah, greatest.
Just great.
Very good.
What do you even do?
Oh my God! All right, NFL. We'll move on to a lot of coaching changes, a lot of firings. Did anything catch you off guard besides Harbaugh, or did you expect it? I guess I should say because we talked about it on last.
I didn't expect it, but the longer time moves, the more I think it was time for break. Like it's probably good for both parties.
I mean, I kind of said it a couple episodes ago that the loser of that game, Tomlin or Harbaugh, was going to get fired.
Yeah, you were right.
And
it could. Hey, if Tomlin loses next week, it could be both of them.
This is in my notes, and it's Tony Dungy's take, and I don't necessarily disagree. So here's the quote. I can't believe what things have come to in the NFL. John Harbaugh has coached the Baltimore Ravens for 18 years. He took them to the playoffs 12 times. He won a Super Bowl for them. The last 4 years, they were 10-7, 13-4, 12-5, 8-9. They made the playoffs 3 straight years and missed this year because their kicker missed the game-winning field goal on the last play of the season, and he was fired. I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Good luck, Baltimore, in finding a better coach. I don't agree or disagree. It's a weird thing for someone that knows a lot to say something that aggressive.
I saw the same story, and I applaud him for saying it.
I do too. This is what I was thinking about. I don't think they're going to necessarily find a better coach than John Harbaugh, but I don't know that that's what it's about. Sometimes things do get stale. I truly believe that. I think about our careers. How long have we done the same job for? I mean, even if I work for the same company for years, my job changed every 4 to 5 years, right? And sometimes it just is like, look, we just want to, it's just time to change it up. Unfortunately, in the NFL, the good news for John Harbaugh is that he's going to get a job really quickly. I don't, and time will tell if it was a good move or not. It may not be, but it might have been, best for both of them. This could be the best thing that happened to Harbaugh. He gets a fresh start where he's not under the pressure and the guise of whatever's happening.
Again, I live in this area, but I am not a fan necessarily. I like them as a whole, but I just think that's very difficult, right? How do you, with those records we just talked about, like how do you get rid of a guy? This is a league of parity. Like they kick the hell out of each other all the day long, right?
It's a risk, dude. It's a risk. Yeah, it's a huge risk if you're Baltimore. Like I'm not saying it's not, and I'm not saying he should have been termed. I look at it and I think, okay, if they would have kept him, I'd have completely understood because I don't care. I'm not a Baltimore fan. I think he's a great coach, and they'll let him go. It's a risk, and it might not work. They might falter and they might fall down, right? And it might work the same. And they might get the same results where they either barely make the playoffs and they just never win a Super Bowl. And then was it worth it getting rid of John Harbaugh? Who knows? But I think it's going to work out for Harbaugh as well as anybody because he's going to get picked up and he's going to, think about Andy Reid.
Of course he is. Look what his brother said.
Right. What did his brother say?
Jim basically said you're a bunch of morons and he's going to have a job in about 8 seconds because he's the best coach in the NFL. Is basically what he said about his brother. Now,
the only thing about Baltimore, though, that I would say, too, is, and this is not something I know because obviously I don't keep up with it extremely closely, but everybody seems to say, and it's proven over the years, that Baltimore is a well-run organization with a good owner. Right? So they're not making it snap decision.
And that division has been very competitive throughout the years. And he still has won it a number of times.
Last 15 at least.
He's got a Super Bowl. He's been around for 18 years. So he's been in the AFC with Brady, with Peyton. he's been in a very good conference with
100%.
very, very, very good teams and very good leaders. I mean, obviously we know, but the Patriots were good, the Colts were good, Denver was good. Again, we know the stat. Peyton is
and Baltimore's pretty good too.
Baltimore was good. They always beat Brady. I mean, they were a good team. So I wouldn't fire the guy. And if I had a vacancy, I'd hire him in a second.
And to be clear,
but
I think
your team is the Browns. You just fired your coach. Would you not take him? Because he's a name that's been thrown around for the Browns.
Yeah, because his wife's family's from Cleveland. Yeah,
he's familiar with the division and conference.
Of course I would take him and be extra motivation.
Of course,
look,
yeah.
Again, my point is like I don't. If I was a Ravens fan,
I'd be pissed.
and some of them want him gone. But yeah, I would want to keep Harbaugh. I'm just saying it doesn't seem as nuts when you look at the bigger scope. Like sometimes it's like Belichick. Like Belichick had 6 titles, and the same thing happened to him after 3 bad seasons. It was just time, right? The relationship has just ran its course.
I think the Brady Belichick is the most fascinating debate in our lifetime, to be honest with you, from the NFL, because we really don't know. But when Brady went to Tampa with Gronk and won a Super Bowl, it almost said, all right, well, maybe it was Brady. And you'll never know, and we won't. We'll never know the politics and the behind the scenes stuff. But to me, it's a fascinating debate.
Yeah,
and
it is
the expert on it. He's the guy he knows Patriots inside and out. I think it's one of the most fascinating debates of our lifetime. Was it Brady?
But the fact that Belichick isn't on the top of the list of these like nobody wants Belichick is wild.
Right, and he just got his dick kicked in at North Carolina.
Yeah,
but he had nothing. I mean, wouldn't you fucking Baltimore should be going after Belichick right now.
Maybe. I think he ran his course and rubbed people the wrong way, and that's fine. But like, it is tough. That debate between those two, I don't know the answer.
But you want to save face of ball. The only way you can justify firing John Harbaugh is to go get somebody that's got 6 titles like a Belichick.
Well, I heard down.
We know the answer.
Oh my goodness. What's it gonna be?
That's the answer. I mean, look.
So Brady's coming to coach? No, who's coming to coach him though?
They're saying the same shit.
What are they gonna get?
I don't know why Peyton doesn't want to. Well, Peyton's probably a lot smarter than all of us. He doesn't.
Fine, but what? Like Greg, literally, who are their top 3?
For who? For what team?
For the Ravens.
That's the thing, Ryan. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like the Chargers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing?
I guarantee you, they bring in a young, offensive-minded guy that comes in.
That's the Chargers OC, right?
Maybe, yeah, that's possible. The Seattle's guys been talked about a lot. Other people out there.
Who ends up the coach of the Giants is what I want to know.
I mean,
is it Harbaugh?
No, because I think Harbaugh's going to Miami.
We'll find out tomorrow.
I think he's going to Miami.
You think Harbaugh's going to Miami?
Yeah,
I mean, we'll find out tomorrow.
They fired McDaniels this morning late because Harbaugh is available, so I think they're hammering Harbaugh.
I mean, it could be. I think he winds up in Cleveland. I really do. Cleveland or the Giants.
I would love it if he came to Cleveland. If I'm John Harbaugh, I'm staying as far away from the New York teams as I can. I would go to Miami. I would go to Cleveland. I like the Mike McCarthy thing to the Giants.
I don't. Mike McCarthy is, come on, let's stop with that guy.
Yeah, he's kind of done.
Yeah, but you know what the Giants need to be?
I'm taking relevant, a 2-minute.
And they're not. And he's got everybody relevant. He did way better with Dallas than what's happening. Like, he was better than, what's his name?
I think he's an overrated coach.
Yeah, he's bad with, I don't know, time management in the big situation, sort of. But
clock.
What I was saying earlier about Harbaugh could be the Andy Reid. Like, look what happened to Andy Reid. He made 1 Super Bowl, 4 NFC Championship games, let go of Philadelphia, gets a job right away, and now he's considered, and he was considered a great coach, and now he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. It could happen to Harbaugh too. It could go the other way.
I hear what you're saying. I don't know.
If you're a coach, you gotta go somewhere the best job, and it's not even close, is the Ravens' job. They have institutional stability.
I don't. This is gonna blow your mind that I'm about to say this. I don't hate the Browns' job. I don't.
I don't hate it from talent perspective, because I obviously believe in the team, and they've got a lot of draft capital, and they have cap space after next year. But
by the way, can I ask you a question? Because you follow the Browns, the tight end, how hurt is he, or is he back training camp?
Fannin,
Mm-hmm.
he's okay. He should be back by training camp. And there's a report out there that they might keep Njoku as well. The thought was they'd move him, but allegedly Njoku really likes being in Cleveland and may take a team friendly deal to hang out.
Yeah,
and that would be unbelievable.
Fannon's good.
Fannon's great.
Real good.
Yeah, really good.
If you got a quarterback, the team, I mean, I don't know what happened to Judy. He didn't really seem like a top receiver this year, but
he only did at the end of last year. He was never that great with Denver.
If Judkins can get healthy by week 1 or 2, you got a decent running back, you got a great tight end, you got to figure out receivers, you got to figure out quarterback. Your defense is fantastic.
The big thing they need to do, you're obviously the quarterback, but the big thing there is their offensive line is old. It was awesome for a while. It's old. They need to draft a receiver, an O-line, and then hope for the quarterback. I would love a Mac Jones or Malik Willis to come through. I would roll the dice with Shador. I know it's not a popular thing, but give him a second season. Let's see what happens. He's not going to win Super Bowl next year, even if he ends up being a starter. Well, it's the step back. But if you can't get Mac Jones or Malik Willis, it's a short draft class. There's not a lot out there. You're not getting one of the top 2. I don't know what you do. The problem for Harbaugh for me with that is, and I want him. I want him to be in the division. I want him to want to go back and beat Baltimore. But so hopefully that's the case. But the reason the Baltimore's job is good is because of the stability. They just had a coach for 18 years. They've got good ownership. They've had great. I mean, Ozzie was the GM forever. They've got a good GM now. I forget his name for the time being. But they're stable. They've got an MVP quarterback. They've got an aging running back, but you can replace running backs. I don't know. Maybe the answer is you bring in a defensive-minded guy and make the Ravens what they were again, right? And just get a good offensive coordinator. But it's not even close. That's the best job open. After that, it's a who's who of where you don't want to be.
Look, I agree with you. It's a great debate because I would tell you, I don't hate the Browns job. I know it's crazy to say, but you have a defense. If you could get someone in there, like you just said, offensive-minded, I don't know. Maybe you can get the Browns back in the playoffs. I don't love the Ravens job. And I know I've gotten some comments and I get it. I promise you, I'm not a Lamar hater. I think he's a good player. I just think when it comes to the big moment, he's not going to get you over the hump. And I know this last game wasn't his fault. The kicker missed a kick. What are you going to do? He made great passes. He did his job. But in the playoffs, he's never over. He's not Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen, I think, gets a bad rap. I mean, what do you want this fucking guy to do?
But we'll find out this year.
He gave Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds, never saw the ball again. Then another game, he got him in the end zone, and the kicker missed a kick. Didn't get him in the end zone. He got him in field goal range, kicker missed a kick. Another time, he put the ball in Diggs' breadbasket. The guy dropped the ball. What do you want from Josh Allen?
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Look, I think there's two. The way I view it is 100%. Lamar's struggled in the playoffs, but he's gotten better. So if you're the coach taking a job, he's getting better. I didn't blame Josh Allen for any playoff loss until last year. I blame him for the one, and it's not like it was his fault, and he didn't play a terrible game. But if you want to be the guy, you got to beat the guy. I compared it to Bald Bull when you're just trying to dodge punch. You're not learning to knock him out.
Wasn't last year the one where he got him in field goal range and they missed the field goal?
No, last year was the one where they went for it on 4th down. He QB sneaked it up, and they didn't get the first.
Got it. Okay.
Right? And it was debatable. I thought he got it. I was screaming at the television, but it was close enough that it shouldn't have mattered.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
It shouldn't have came down to 4th down to begin with. And when it did, he needed to get it. And it wasn't it's not a knock on Josh. Like, you didn't get it done. He played a good game, but you gotta knock the champ out. You can't just weather the storm and hope to win the game.
You call.
And that's where he's got. So I don't blame him for anything else. Josh Allen's played nothing but great football in the playoffs. The game he lost to Kansas City, the shootout you're talking about, yeah, he never got to touch the ball. That wasn't it. So that was one of the greatest shootouts in playoff history. So what an ending. I was forced to work that day for something we call ice.
I heard a crazy one today, and you know what? This would be a great segue for you, Ryan, in a second, and I'll throw up the graphic. Josh Allen has only played his playoff games in Orchard Park or Kansas City.
Wow, that is a crazy stat.
Really?
Impressive.
Yeah. Jacksonville.
He's never won a road playoff game.
This is his first game outside of Orchard Park or Kansas City.
That's wild. And he's never
That is
won.
wild.
He's never won on the road, and now he's going on the road.
So now that's a great segue to a crazy stat. Ryan, give us a crazy stat.
Which one?
I like the one you were telling us before we got on air.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Dealer's fucking choice.
Apologies. You retitled it without letting me know, just to be clear. Sorry, I should have rolled with that.
I titled it very creative for people to know.
Edit that last 20 seconds there. Okay, great. Couple things. So, forgetting crazy stat for a second, just so we know, the Carolina Hurricanes years ago had David Ayers, who was the emergency quarterback, goalie we were talking about.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yep.
But that's the guy. We got it. He won 6-3. Amazing. We talked about his name? Sorry.
We did. Yep.
I thought we didn't get back to it. All right, next stat.
Not so crazy stat.
Yeah, apologies. All right,
okay.
So in the 2010 club in the WNBA, right?
This is a crazy stat.
Yeah, 20 points, 10 assists. That's your club, okay? So, Courtney Vandersloot, she had 10 of those. So she scored 20-plus points and 10-plus assists in these games. 10 of them in 430, okay? Diana Taurasi. Now, I am from Yukon country. Greg almost fought someone from Yukon country. It happened. He apologizes again.
DT, I know you're never going to listen to this, or Stu Bird, but you kicked my ass in foosball at Ted's in Yukon 2002, so well done.
Thank you for that. And then, Sue Bird, you mentored Diana Taurasi, who had 9 of these types of games, which was 20-plus points, 10-plus assists, but she had 565 games to do it. Now, guess how many games it is taking Caitlin Clark to get to 9?
How many total games?
Yeah, so
30,
she's
30.
9 times been 20-plus points, 10-plus assists. The best in the WNBA are 10 and 9. She's tied for second.
35.
I'm gonna say 54.
41 games.
Ooh, right.
So
I'm closer.
So Taurasi has 9. She has 9, and one has 565 games. One's played 41. How about that?
That's pretty good. That is what I would call a crazy stat.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The next one. So remember the Cowboys quarterback I was talking about 5 years ago that played as a backup and survived for a while? His name was Ben DiNucci. I had to look it up.
Oh, yeah, DiNucci. Yeah, the Nooch. Yeah.
Okay, the Nooch.
Love the Nooch. I thought we on air thought you were talking about Cooper Rush, but
Noochie was there. It was him. Yep. So we've got another kind of interesting, because I am a Patriots fan. Did we see this Vrabel versus Mike McDaniel conversation?
I did not.
We didn't. I'm pretty surprised, actually.
Does it have something to do with the Nooch, or what? That's all tie in.
I'm gonna just read this whole thing, and you guys tell me to shut up if you don't want to hear it anymore. All right, fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Vrabel in an unexpected press conference commented, you know how it is. If my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle. Vrabel's intent was to lighten the moment with humor about the game's outcome, but Mike McDaniel, as the losing coach, was not pleased. McDaniel began critiquing the victory, analyzing that the Patriots took a lot of risks in the final seconds and that the Dolphins had multiple opportunities to change the momentum. But Mike Vrabel had heard enough. Without raising his voice, without a cold, piercing stare and calm tone, he leaned forward and folded the game's stat sheet, placed it on his desk, and said, sit down and be quiet, Mike. The entire press room froze, and not a word could break silence. Vrabel continued, his low voice measured and firm. Evaluate the game based on what the team controlled, not the story you want to tell. The Patriots controlled the pace. They didn't give the Dolphins a single clear chance in those final moments. It wasn't luck. I can go on, and I don't want to bore you. But basically, how fucking funny is that for one head coach to be like, shut the hell up? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, this is not what the situation is. And I love it. I just love the controversy.
Well, one's not a head coach anymore.
True.
Keep that in mind.
But could be soon.
That is absolutely true.
All right.
I think that is all my points there. I'm good.
By the way, that's what you do if you're Baltimore. You get a leader of men, a real head coach to run the team, and you hire Mike fucking McDaniels as your OC.
Absolutely.
Not
look at not to be funny. What's the guy for the Patriots, the offense coordinator? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name and I'm embarrassed.
The guy, Josh McDaniels, he's
Josh
been a
McDaniels.
head coach. He's
So
been
he
a
just
terrible
denied,
head coach twice.
Yes, but
a huge failure.
And I'm not
multiple
saying
times.
it's not because he knows he sucks as a head coach, but I am suggesting like it's a good story and maybe again the beginning of something or adding to something that's already going pretty big. Let's
What's
be
that?
fair.
As a head
Patriots
coach?
Nation. No, he can't be a head coach. I'm saying Patriots like fuck off.
It's a good story. This guy, hey, we've got this guy. As long as people are watching
trolling me on screen, everyone.
It's
trolling Jimmy now.
Yeah, Hartford's awesome. Put that up next.
Right now.
We've got a guy. As long as you watch him, like he can do some good things for you. But as soon as you give him a job on his own, he's a complete asshole. And nobody wants to do anything, and that is Josh McDaniels in a nutshell.
Maybe,
so it's not a good story, Ryan. He's a prick, and he needs to be taken care of by somebody.
He's an expert in what he does. Don't get it wrong.
He is. He's very good at one thing. If
he's in the right situation and the right slice of pie, he can fucking do some things. And I don't care what that means. I just mean when he's in that position, I don't care who's coaching and who's playing. Whatever that conduit is that he supplies is fantastic.
I'm going to say it's pecan pie for this conversation.
Oh, I love pecan pie.
Boys, we might be on pace for our record here for longest show, but
everybody stopped listening 20 minutes ago, so it's fine.
Look, the shorts will come out. It'll be good. Here's my question. Tua said a fresh start might be okay. I got a newsflash, Tua. I don't think it's going to be your choice. You're not a great quarterback. I don't think you're going to have a fresh start. You might be the backup on like the fucking Raiders. You're not great.
You should have said, Tua, you get a fresh start every 17 minutes with your concussions. You reset.
Like, comment's not a reflection of who you got back at, but he's not wrong. I agree.
I'm getting a beer. You guys talk among yourselves.
It's fucking, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch with that guy every 20 minutes. He's not wrong. But I look, sorry, Tua. Like I've said on this show many, many times, I'm sure anyone who's been a part of that Miami Dolphins organization for the last 10 years is going, how the fuck did we not draft Justin Herbert? What happened?
I know, man. I know. I don't know, man. The Dolphins aren't the Jets, but I mean they really have not done the greatest job.
Funny you said the Dolphins aren't the Jets, but Ryan, they might be.
No, but they're not there. I mean, I don't like either one, but I don't like either one. But the Jets clearly, we've watched 2 of their Hard Knock seasons, right? I mean, what they say in those things does not happen. Like I don't know how else to say it, and that's 15 years ago. So. It's very difficult to deal with that. I don't understand. But Miami, I don't know. I'd love to coach there, but they can't seem to do anything right either.
You'd love to coach there? I mean, I'd hire you. I think you'd be a good coach.
Thank you.
You have the headset already.
Did you guys hear this update about Matt Ryan?
Yeah, Dexter did live in Miami.
That is true.
Also?
Yeah.
No, what did Matt Ryan say? He's not retiring? Because why? I don't know why he wouldn't.
No, he's being offered a job as like a consultant for the Falcons. And we were talking about that a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, Jesus. A couple of weeks ago, where like we were talking about these experienced QBs who really know some stuff. We were talking about Rivers and, forgetting the fact
Rivers
that they can't
said
physically
he would
do
coach.
it. No, I'm not. Forget that for a minute. But Matt Ryan's going to get hired by the Falcons to do something related to, like, guidance, which is great. I mean, I think they have a huge skill set.
I agree. It is good. I think we brought that up on the last show. I think I brought it up. Phillip Rivers' name's been tossed around here and there for head coaching eventually.
Yep. But Matt Ryan's getting hired. Like, they haven't released the dollars, but it's on there.
Jimmy, we talked about this for college football, and now I want your take on where they get, well, I can't even say that anymore. I used to say where they play for pay, but they play for pay everywhere now. NFL, biggest disappointments for 2025 regular season. What's your list?
Probably the Cardinals. 3 wins. Yeah, they were the sleeper pick to make a run. They had all the talent. and they just completely wet the bed. You got to sadly, you got to put the Lions in that conversation.
Yeah.
And I think the Chiefs.
I have the Lions on my list. I don't have the Chiefs on my list because in the August I told you they weren't making the playoffs. I think the Lions are on my list. The Commanders are on my list. JJ McCarthy is on my list. Jalen Hurts is on my list, even though they're in the playoffs. I don't think he had a great season by any means. Who's on your list?
I believe you guys had the Raiders early too.
I did.
As
yeah.
a playoff team.
Yeah, that was the long shot. Like, who's the sneaky team? Turns out.
I know, but my
Seattle.
only point is they weren't even like top anything. They were last. That's what I'm saying from a disappointment point of view. I didn't make any calls, so I'm not trying to shit on you.
No.
I think you can throw AJ Brown out there, Jimmy. He was on your fantasy team. I don't think he had a great year.
They didn't, but I think you take Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown off the list because they won the division.
Yeah, but he had
500 compared to the Super Bowl,
567 yards, Jimmy. As a
I get it.
receiver.
But if we're talking about teams overall,
to AJ Brown.
But if we're talking about teams overall, I think you got it right a couple picks ago. Philadelphia still won their division.
I agree.
And all they do is catch flack no matter what happens. They've been to 2 Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts is MVP, and they won the division this year. So I would take that in a second. But J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, they won 14 games last year. And they're out of the playoffs.
But again, I think you got to talk about players too. How about Genty from the Raiders? I mean, he was touted as the second coming for running backs. He had a terrible season.
I called that one, and I said,
"You said don't draft him in fantasy." It was a great call by you.
Yeah. So you're right. For players that think so, but I think you have to give the Eagles a pass because this is just how the Eagles operate. It's always controversial. People are always up in arms. They want to fire Nick Sirianni. They want to trade Jalen Hurts. They're there. And they're there.
Can I throw another one at you? Both of you? How about Chris Jones? 16 tackles and 3 sacks before he got hurt.
Yeah, not great.
I mean, he's supposed to be part of this great Chiefs defense.
I do think you got it right though with Minnesota because they rolled the dice. They didn't sign Sam Darnold. They bet on a guy who's basically a rookie, which was a bad idea with a team that good. If your team was 8-9 or 9-8 the year before, you take the rookie and you let it roll. If your team was 14-3, you don't bet on a rookie getting you back there the next year. I don't care if you won a championship for us at Michigan. I don't care if it's technically his second year. He didn't play his first year. It's a bad call by them. You get the results you get.
How about Michael Penix? Where do you put him on the list?
Well, I mean, Matt Ryan's there now, so maybe he'll teach him how to not blow his knee out again. I mean, I feel bad for Penix, but he's been injury prone. This happened in college,
but he was 3-6 as a starter for the Falcons.
Well, great,
he was voted to be like a contender this year.
Look, I was never a Michael Penix believer to begin with. I thought they should have. And look, I'm not saying Kirk Cousins was going to get him to the promised land, but I thought it was a reach to take Penix when they took him. I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan, biggest disappointment? You think it's the Lions, right? I kind of saw you shaking your head there.
I mean, the Lions are terrible. It's really shocking that some of these teams are not around, but the Lions are the biggest one. They have
biggest
real-time
disappointment is Tampa because they were 6-2.
Mm-hmm.
They had the division locked up. They're the biggest in-season disappointment, I would say, because there's no way they should have given it back. You could say Indianapolis, but Indianapolis nobody suspected them to be that good. Even Greg, who loved them, didn't expect them to be that good.
I thought they made the playoffs, and that ticket would have cashed if we didn't get all these injuries. But hey, that's part of the game.
But I would have argued that when Phillip came in, he did an amazing job.
I agree.
Daniel Jones might have lost those games. They played San Francisco, who couldn't. He scored on every possession they had in Seattle. Number 1 seed.
They had a bunch of injuries, Jimmy.
They did. You're right. Yeah, fair. But again, they played 2 awesome teams, right? Like when Phillip came in, there was no, it was what it was at that point. They were going up against San Francisco. They were going up against a buzzsaw, That was during the month that San Francisco didn't punt. And they played Seattle, who has the first game was against Seattle that Phillip played. And it was amazing he kept them in the game.
No,
they should have won. They should have won.
Let's give our look-ahead picks here. Not even. I'm sorry. Let's give our official picks here. We gave our look-ahead picks for the NFL Super Wild Card Weekend, even though it's not called that. I think everyone kind of refers it to that. First game up Saturday, 4:30. Carolina getting 10.5. Kind of a key number here from the Rams. The Rams played there just, what was it, 5 weeks ago, Jimmy? And the Rams upset them and knocked a bunch of people out of Survivor. Maybe it was 6 weeks ago.
Panthers upset them.
The Panthers upset them, yeah. 30-27, if I believe, was the score. It's too many points. This line's a little fishy to me.
This is what worries me. I think Carolina either ekes out a close one or the Rams just come blow their doors off. I'm gonna go.
No good.
I'm gonna take the Panthers in the 10.5.
I don't hate that. You saw that play. I did. Again, I'm looking off screen, but it looked like it doinked and went through. Obviously, it did not.
I thought it did, but Cristobal looked excited.
Oh. All right, look, I'm going to tell you a little story. We're not going to give names or anything, but I got to tell you one of the favorite things of the last 2 weeks of my life is that Ryan's wife is betting the ponies, and anyone who listens to this show knows I bet the horses. I love the horses. Hey, she's up $60 tonight. I can't wait to hear how or why or who she took. Love it. Thursday night, she's got to be betting either Harness or Chucktown, one of the two. She's probably at Charlestown right now. My God, well done. Any opinion on this game, though, Ryan? Rams and the Panthers in Carolina. Do you think they cover?
What are the points again? Sorry.
10.5. It's a key number because you're getting that half.
I think it's Rams.
You think they blow them? You think they blow them?
Yeah, I think it's pound the Rams.
It could be 34 to 3.
See,
but I'm gonna count Carolina's gonna cover.
Jimmy, I'm 100% with that take. If it was in LA, even though they're really not a home field advantage, it's in Carolina. They're gonna be fired up. I don't think Bryce Young gets the win, but I think Jimmy doesn't understand a mute button. But I do think, look, there's two things in life I know. Jimmy doesn't understand a mute button, but Carolina plays close games, and I think they will cover 10.5.
Good segue, Greg. That was amazing.
Lock it in. Carolina, 10.5.
I can't wait to hear what you boys think of the Panthers. Excuse me, not the Panthers. God damn it. The Packers and the Bears. I will tell you a little teaser. I've done a 180 on this game. Jimmy,
I know where I'm going with this. Ryan, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
What are the points?
It's 1.5. Basically a pick 'em.
Bears plus 1.5. Call it a pick 'em.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
You're laying 120. You're taking even money. So call it just pick the game.
It switched. It opened when we talked on Sunday. It opened Bears 1.5. It is switched to now Packers 1.5. Jimmy is kind of on screen, off screen. He's back. All right.
I'll go for it.
Go ahead.
Packers win this game. Lay the 120. The Bears, great story. We're going to get the Bears from the first 2 weeks. They're not going to get blown out, but they're not that great. Jordan Love's, I've been critical of him. He's going to show up in this game. They're the better team. They're a more experienced team. They have the more experienced coach. Matt LaFleur's a good coach, and he's been around for a while. I know Ben Johnson's the new hot name, and it's great. Packers go in, they get the win. They win the game outright. Lay the 120. Don't worry about the 1.5. Just lay the 120. Put 2 units on it. Take the pack.
I'm units on the Bears there. I think that's the right move. They've just been strong all season. They surprised me. I've lost against them a bunch of times, and I have faith.
When we were on the air Sunday, I looked and I said, 1.5 Bears, lock it up. I dug in a little more, and I got to tell you, there's a couple things. First of all, quarterbacks who are starting their first postseason game are not very good straight up or against the spread. And the other thing that really, really concerns me here, is in the 2 games the Bears and Packers have played, the Bears have led for exactly 0 minutes. I have 100% turned around on this game. I love the Packers, and I have this game both ways. I am taking the Packers big, minus the 120, but I'm also putting both of them in a super teaser. I'm taking the Packers up to 12.5 or 11.5, excuse me, and the Bears up to 14.5 now.
All right. I like it.
Next game on the board, and this is the one that everybody kind of has mixed opinions on. So I can't wait to see where this panel lands on this game. I wish Denver Drew was here tonight. We got to get him on the show eventually, Jimmy. The Bills have now switched to a favorite, but not really. Let's just call this game what it is. It's a pick'em. It's basically minus 110 in the money line. Bills at Jacksonville. Who you got here, Jimmy?
Bills. Simple for me. Everybody's hot on the Jags. They're playing great football.
8 in a
I'm not
row.
gonna take that away from them.
Great football. 8 in a row, right? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
That's correct.
You got
8 in a row, correct?
Everything says you should bet the Jags. But I'm going to tell you that I'm going to bet the experienced quarterback and the experienced coach and the best running back in the game. And I know that Travis Etienne is very, very good, but James Cook's better. If you wanted to be worried about the Buffalo Bills, you'd be worried about their defense. But I believe Sean McDermott's going to have a great game plan, and everybody's going to show up to play here. I think the Bills win. I don't know if they dominate the game, to be clear, but I think they win the game. And because they have to, because Josh Allen has to. You cannot get knocked out of the playoffs by Trevor Lawrence and rookie coach Liam Cohen. You can't. You can't do it. You want to be an all-time great? You want to be the guy we think you are? You can't lose this game. And I believe you won't.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think we got to go Bills here. I just don't know how else to bet. They're due. They kind of suck. I just, until they really fuck up a whole season, I just can't bet against them.
So here's my take here. And I think me and Jimmy both gave different takes on our last show. If you're teasing this game in any way, whether it's 6 points, 10 points, super teasers at DraftKings, I would take the Jag because I don't know if the Bills have the firepower to blow anybody out, especially on the road. But I think the Bills win this game. I think they gut it out. Their defense is bend, don't break. But I think they will break a little bit here. I think this game goes over the 51.5 total. I think a lot of points are scored. But to both of your points, I think Josh Allen will put on his Superman cape and somehow he will leave Jacksonville a winner. So I would bet the Bills to win this game. But if you're doing any type of teaser, 6, 7, 10, or 13 at DraftKings, I would tease the Jags. I don't think the Bills are equipped to blow anybody out. Here's my hot take here, Jimmy. Sit back down. What are you doing? It is this. The winner of this game will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
All right.
That's my take. And I think I'm dead right. I don't think there's any question. The winner of this game is your AFC champion. I know that hurts Ryan because of the Patriots, but I think the winner of this game goes on to win to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl and most likely win the Super Bowl. That's my take there. All right. This game has gotten weird because of all the injuries. 4:30 Eagles and that dumb song they sing when they score a touchdown host the 49ers. Is it Fly Eagles Fly and that dumb song, Jimmy, or do the Niners somehow pull this out?
I would love the Niners to win, but I think Eagles are going to tear them up.
I called it a few weeks ago, and I put a small play on it on a future that the Niners are going to get to the Super Bowl. But the performance last week against Seattle really made me nervous. Now, I'm going to take the Niners with the points. So I'm going to take the Niners at the 5.5. Will they win the game? I'm not so sure. But I'm going to take the Niners in 5.5. I think they got their dud out of the way. I think they're going to regroup. I think Kyle Shanahan is a fantastic coach, and he's not going to let them get blown out. So I'm not only going to take it, but I'm going to hammer this one. Again, I'm not going to tell you they're going to win, but San Francisco in 5.5, give me it.
Ryan?
5.5, Ryan.
I don't know. That is a hard one.
It's a weird number because it's not a key number. It's an odd number.
Yeah, we'll go with Jimmy there. That's what I'm thinking.
Look, you guys gave great analysis. Excellent pick. Well thought out. Not so fast. This line tells you what to do. Tells you what to do. The Niners not only are going to lose, this game's going to be over in the third quarter. Eagles win big. That dopey song is going to be sung. They'll get knocked off in the next round, but the Eagles roll the Niners. And not because they're superior, because the injuries are just way too much to overcome.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, Foxborough. Ryan's going to be tuned in. Great news for me and Jimmy. Probably bad news for Ryan. Don't know if he'll be here. He could give us the middle finger. We'll be recording during the first part of this game.
What?
Oh, definitely. And I can't wait for it because I think this is going to be one of the better games of the weekend. Jimmy, Justin Herbert, Drake May. Again, there's a bad stat for Ryan here for quarterbacks in their first playoff game versus people who have played in playoff games. Who do you like here?
So the big thing that Ryan and his Pats have going for him is Justin Herbert has collapsed in the playoffs.
Okay.
However, that experience has made him stronger. And Jim Harbaugh is a better coach than your boy. Even though he's great, Vrabel's great, Jim Harbaugh is better. And you're getting me 3.5. Chargers went outright. You want to get the plus 154? I don't blame you. Take it. I'll take the 3.5 as a security blanket. Give me the Chargers.
Ryan, punch back.
I ain't betting, but we are winning.
Diggs might be in jail.
That's what I'm saying. We're at home, man. Let's go.
You're not betting?
No, I want to stay off these games. Thanks, appreciate you.
If you're not gonna bet, I gotta put it up. All right.
Go ahead.
Here's my take is very much in line with Jimmy from a standpoint of the spread, and that is I think this game. I think I might have said this on our last show. Has field goal written all over it, and if you're gonna give me the hook here, I will take Herbert all day with the hook. Wouldn't shock me if they win the game outright. But I think this is the most competitive game of the weekend in the AFC because I think the Bears-Packers game will be a dogfight too. But this is going to be a competitive game, and I think this game goes to a field goal. Wouldn't shock me if this went into overtime, quite honestly. Yeah. And I'm going to take 3.5. I think either team can move on, but you want to give, to Jimmy's point, you want to give me 3.5 to a team who I think can win outright on the field. I'm taking it all day. Because to Jimmy's point, slightly, not as much as Jimmy said, I think Harbaugh's the better coach. I think they'll be better prepared. I think Herbert's the better quarterback. Better quarterback, better coach, 3.5. Give me the Chargers.
I agree.
Ryan, if you got anything to push back, go ahead.
I got nothing. I am hopeful. I'm excited. It's been 5 years since we've been half decent. So I'm just excited to watch the game. I got nothing. I really don't give a shit about the money. Like, this is fanatic stuff, right? I am a fan, and that's just what it is.
And look, Drake May looks really, really good.
He does.
Herbert's only downfall, if you're going to say anything against Herbert, is one, he gets injured, and two, he hasn't, I know, it's not great. Hadn't showed up in the playoffs. But I think he gets over that hump, and I agree.
I'm not arguing with you, and I don't give a shit. I'm just so excited for that game. I think that's a great opportunity for both guys. You know, if you're talking quarterbacks, it's a great opportunity for both of them, and it's going to be fun to watch. And I think it's going to be. You both
your
said
pads are going to be good for years to come. They're good.
I appreciate that. But it's also getting competitive,
good.
right? It's an 8 o'clock Saturday game. This is a big deal. Or sorry, Sunday night. Sorry.
What you both were reacting to was the college game. First of all, the pass was tipped. Second of all, if you have a football IQ, you don't intercept that pass. You let it fall on the ground and take the ball at the 30-yard line. So terrible play by the D-back, but I still think Miami wins this game, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Last game of the week, and just a phenomenal Monday night game.
It is.
And right now, it's Texans giving 3, but based on the juice here, I think this is going to fall to 2.5 real quick. Houston right now giving 3 at the Steelers. I have a feeling Jimmy is going to go with the old man. Let's see what he does.
Sure am. As a Browns fan, it pains me to go with the Steelers, but I love Rodgers. I don't care if he's weird. I don't care if he does ayahuasca. I don't care what he does. You're watching greatness. Aaron Rodgers threw the prettiest pass I've ever seen, and he still kind of does. The arm's the last thing to go. The power's the last thing to go. What scares you, and what the analysts are telling you, is that Rodgers has done bad against pressure this year because he's not mobile anymore. And Houston, phenomenal on defense. And that's why they're the favorite. Because they're coming in and they should be able to get after Rodgers. But Rodgers has been brewing with Thielen. He's got history with MVS, and he gets DK back. He's having a great time with the screen passes to both his running backs. I think he finds a way to get it done. I think Pittsburgh wins this game. I really do. But I'll take the 3.
What about you, Ryan?
I am truly shocked by Jimmy's take, but
I knew that was coming.
But I actually agree with him 100%, which is strange. I don't know, man. I hate Aaron Rodgers in a lot of ways, but I really like his energy and like what he does and what he strives for and how he expresses himself. And fuck it, like let's vote for him. So I'm thinking he's gonna win. So there we go.
Jimmy, why do you think Aaron Rodgers can? Is it because he's at home? Why do you think he can basically dominate this Houston?
I don't think he can. I don't think he can dominate. But the way he was surgical against Baltimore. He wasn't just throwing balls all around the field, but the pass to Freiermuth that was like behind the defender's ear, that was vintage Rodgers.
What?
Like there were just passes there were passes that he was making that were vintage Rodgers. And he's getting DK back. And he's had the 2 games off, though it was bad without him, to develop that chemistry with Thielen a little bit. And he already has chemistry with MVS, even though he's just an average receiver, probably below sub-average, right? Makes a right call. I don't think that Pittsburgh's defense are going to give up those 2 big blow-up plays like they did to Zay Flowers. They're going to be ready. Houston's offense, their offensive line, we've talked all year, is terrible. TJ Watt's back. Last I checked, they've got what's his name?
I mean, he didn't play last game, so I wouldn't stands to reason he'll play in the playoffs. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I just think that I don't think Houston's going to be able to just march down the field on them either. Yes, if I'm completely wrong and Houston just dominates from a defensive perspective, then that's what happens. But I think Rodgers basically out-charmed life here. Got into the playoffs on a missed field goal, and I think they're going to show up, and him and Tomlin are going to pull it off. I think it continues. I think they win.
All right, 2 hours and 22 minutes in. I'm going to end this. Well, I'll let you give your final words in a minute, but I'm going to give you the final take. I hear what you're both saying. Here's the problem Rodgers is going to have. That offensive line is not going to be able to stop this front 7. Rodgers under pressure this year has not been good. The Ravens got 0 pressure on him, and he picked them apart. That's not going to happen in this Texans game. And the Steelers' defense, although the facade is they might be good because Watt's there, they're not great on defense. CJ Stroud will do enough. Nico Collins will do enough. And that defense will dominate. They will win this game. They will cover the 3, the 3.5, whatever you got it at. Texans win this game by double digits. Not close, not competitive. Texans move on. Bottom line. Final words, Jimmy.
You could be completely right. I just believe
I am great. But go ahead. Final word.
Well,
thank goodness.
This is what's awesome, Ryan.
It's gonna be a fucking turnstile.
This is what's great. We're gonna find out.
We are.
Right? So, but if that happens, if you're right and that happens,
Jimmy, the offensive line's a turnstile. You've seen
I get
all
it.
year.
But listen, if it happens, and
you've said on this show the Texans are the best front seven.
They are. They're fantastic. Listen to me. If that happens, then Mike Tomlin deserves to go the way of John Harbaugh because they had all this time to prepare for that, make adjustments, figure out a way to come up with a game plan.
I couldn't disagree more.
I get what you're saying, but this front seven is special, and you've said that on the show.
It is. They get to the ball.
They do
so fast. If that would be my biggest concern here. Pittsburgh and Rodgers with the quick screens to his running backs, they are on that screen like that. They stuff it out, and it's impressive to watch.
It is.
So you're not wrong.
And I think that's why they win this game.
And you could absolutely be right. But again, these guys have enough time to prepare for this that you got to figure out a way around it. You got just enough talent on this team to make a run. You're at home. Come on. Save 2 careers, 1 game.
2 careers? What? The Rodgers is retiring. What's wrong with you?
Rodgers are going to retire. Tomlin's gone. It's all over.
It's all. Yeah. Ryan, final thoughts, and it better be Patriots related.
No, I'm going opposite that. So my shout out is to Braden Davis, who is a wrestler at Penn State, and he's one of the people that redshirted this year with whatever we know, right? Top high school recruit, came in kicking some ass, not doing as well, injured. Someone else that's also in that roster, but he's redshirted. He finished 5th last year at Nationals, the same weight class. An All-American. Like, can you imagine this guy sitting on the bench behind 2 people? I would love for this guy to get another shot, see if he can, improve himself, and shout out to them again.
Well, as this guy from Old Miss drills another 900-yard field goal, I got to tell you, I'm feeling pretty good that I have Miami pretty much tied into a bunch of shit in the money line. So I hope they cover 3 for everybody else. And I'm very happy that I have a lot
3.5, please.
I have a lot of money line plays. My final take I just want to make sure this is on the record, 10:21 p.m. on January 8th, 2026 is
never forget.
I still believe. What'd you say, Jimmy?
Never forget.
Oh, good for you. I still believe. It's all about the U. I think they win tonight. I think they cover. I think they're our national champion. I think 2 people told you they could be your national champion back in August. I think people told you it in November when people thought they weren't going to be in the playoff. I think we told you when they got in the playoff that 25-1, 50-1, 75-1, 100-1, all those times that the U might pull it out. And I think the Hurricanes win tonight, win the national championship. We're back. Well, we'll be back Monday Sunday night, talking anyways. But I think in a couple of weeks, we're sitting here talking about the future tickets that we told you to play and cash that big, big money, Ryan. Go you. Hate everybody who has a bad take on Michael Irvin. Think he's the greatest thing in college football. Go 88. Go the U. We're going to see you in the national championship game. We'll talk to you Sunday. We're going to make Ryan record anyways, even though he's going to be watching that game. We're going to make it. We're going to let you see his pain right here on the podcast.
Live in person.
We'll see you next time on Who You Got. Good luck, everybody, this weekend.